Good evening, everyone, and welcome to United Adventure Company presents CandleKeep Mysteries. The story of, well, mysteries and puzzles and fun times in an ancient hideaway museum of magic and tomes of libraries and just a fantastical place. So thank you all so much for tuning in tonight to be with us. You see some familiar faces around your screen tonight. We're playing a one-shot instead of Delta Green or anything else this week. We're taking a little break from those kind of heavy subject matter games. We're going to have a little fun with CandleKeep Mysteries. This is one that's been sitting on my my shelf for a while that I've really been wanting to run. So thanks to everybody for jumping on board to play tonight. And I want to thank Mr. Cuddles for your sub this week. Thank you so much for the sub on the channel.
That was a fantastic name.
It is a marvelous name. I love it. And also to our Patreon subscribers and supporters, thank you so much to Richard, Two Wolf Design, Nathan, and Aaron for being Patreon. If you are watching us and want to support us, feel free to jump over there and join the Patreon. It's the best way that you could support us, especially if you were once a Twitch subscriber and you were paying that $5 a month to subscribe to us on Twitch. You can make that $5 a month go to Patreon, and we actually will get more support from it on Patreon than we did on Twitch, because Twitch took 50%. So, yeah, so just go ahead and roll that Twitch sub right over to a Patreon supporters package and get yourself some inside sneak peeks at stuff and all kinds of other goodies that our Patreon gives. What else? You could join the Discord, hang out with us, talk about your experiences in CandleKeep. Perhaps you have had some of those yourself. Did I get the title right? I think I got the title right this time. I'm figuring out this YouTube thing, y'all. It's totally different than the Twitch interface. So I've had a couple of weeks now. I think we're getting it figured out. All right. Got the Patreon. We've got the Discord. Did I forget anything, guys? No?
Not that I can think of.
All right. Well, if y'all can't think of it, then I must have gotten it all. So thanks again around the table. You all are from the same town. You've lived there all of your lives. And recently, the town has been stricken by a blight. Something has happened. The crops are yielding less. The waters are not flowing like they did. The rains have even stayed away from your fair manor and town. And you've sought help from your local mage / sage, who has kind of found out that it would appear a curse has been fallen across your town. Oh dear. And he says there's but one man that can help you with this, and you must travel to CandleKeep to seek out this man, Matreus. He's a great sage and a wonderful magician who can help you, but the only place you can find him is in CandleKeep. It's quite the journey from your town to CandleKeep, through the mountains, across the plains, and over the river and through the woods. To CandleKeep you shall go, traveling for weeks through all sorts of weather. No, we're not actually going to play it out like we did in Court of the Dragon Queen. Don't worry. Like I said, one shot. And eventually you find yourselves outside, a bit away, and you can see it, this flat-topped spur of rough stone out in the midst of the surging sea. Somewhat of a volcanic crag, 100 feet or so from the coastline. The top of this crag is hemmed entirely by a tall wall. This wall is interrupted by several towers all the way around, and then it closes a large space you would imagine, and even more towers rise from inside these walls. This is by far the most beautiful thing that any of you've ever seen. You're taken away, your breath taken from you in the beauty of this towering structure in a volcanic crag. Who would have thought to build something like this, a library of sorts, in an ancient volcano? How wonderfully designed. From the center rises the largest and thickest of towers of Candlekeep. If the other towers were well-wrought branches and blossoms, then this surely is the bole of the tree, strong and massive, rising well above the perimeter structures. Nope. Getting ahead of myself. As you approach, you're brought back to memory the stories that the sage in your town had told you. That Candlekeep is the largest repository of lore and writings in all of the realms. Yes, even larger than your little library in your town. It has a little bit of everything there, it's said. Hidden knowledge, songs, history, journals of long dead folk, and myriad of other pieces of writing. He gave you a stack of books because the price of entrance to Candlekeep is but a book in which does not reside in the labyrinth of tomes and towering shelves of books. He also told you to meet a man, a guide, that could help you get into Candlekeep. The name of this person escapes me at the moment as I scroll through the lore to try to find it.
Hey, does anyone remember the name of that guide we're supposed to meet?
Oh, I got it. It's right here on the tip of my tongue. Hang on a second. Can you see it? Just read it off the tip of my tongue. It's right there.
I pick a piece of chicken off your tongue. Go. Eh.
Hey, wait,
Go
that's
back to
mine.
Nice.
Yeah, they're supposed to be somewhere around here.
And as you walk up to the main entrance, you assume you've seen no other doors. There are these huge doors. They're 3 times the size of any man. And outside of it is a man dressed in brown robes. He's standing probably 30 or 40 feet from the main entrance. And he's kind of older, balding, little overweight, sandals. And he walks up. Oh, greetings.
Good day to you.
Eh.
Are you the travelers from Wayford?
Are we?
Yeah.
Sure.
Oh.
You're from Wayford. I don't
Sure,
know. I'm
why
making
not?
up names as we go. Greetings.
We're sorry. And I will reply with, yes, indeed, we are.
Oh, greetings. Yes. The fair sage of your city has sent word that you would be coming. I'm Inray, and I'm here to escort you through. Have you brought the price of entry?
We have. And Shiva, who I guess was carrying them, will pull out the books.
Wonderful. Come with me. I've assisted many to get in, so I know the process. Just follow me, please.
Very well. And Shiva will follow this person.
And as you approach the gates and get closer, they are humbling. They're just inlaid with all sorts of beautiful handcrafted work. And there are 6 what appear to be monks, perhaps, standing outside. 2 at the base of the stairs, 2 at the top of the stairs, and 2 at the doors themselves. Enray walks up and goes, I have brought visitors seeking entry to the library. And one of them, he looks down, he says, "And your purpose for entering the library?"
We got a curse on our town.
Yes. We
Needs
came
listening.
seeking, oh gosh, what was his name? So our ultimate goal is to rid the town of a blight that has been consuming the harvests.
Yes.
To that end, we seek to gain entry into this town where we were told we could find someone who may be able to help us.
Ah, seeking a help for your town, I see. And who is this that you are supposed to be finding here? We could tell you if he's here or not, or she, or they, or
Yes.
them.
And you said it, and I committed it to memory, and then you said a bunch of other things, and now I forget.
I think I have it written down. It's Matreus.
There we go.
Oh, yes, yes, Master Matreus, yes. He has been here for quite some time studying, yes. Indeed, he is here. Have you brought the price for entrance?
We have indeed. And
got
Shiva
your
will
books.
once again pull out the books.
All right, and you see he rubs his hand across the title, down the spine. He opens it up and looks for a moment at it. Mutters the guy next to him a quick under his breath. You can see his lips moving. You don't really hear anything. And what am I doing? I'm looking for a dice roller. There we go. Oh dear, this one's already. We have this tome already. Do you have another?
We bought 3 or 4. So.
Shiva is going to pull out his bag of things and start looking for a book.
Yeah, you would have brought several books with you, just
Here you
because
go.
of this.
How do you know yours is the same as ours, huh? Maybe they're different.
Oh no, they're quite the same. We actually have had this one for quite a while. It's a great read though, actually, if you've never read it.
I have read it. I even scribbled in the margins, so that
Yes.
proves that our version is different than yours.
Yes. Once our town is
Oh.
safe, I will certainly look into.
I look at
I will
it.
cer-
I got a book on dwarven chicken cooking. Will that work?
Scribbled in the margins, you say? And he flips through
Oh,
it
yeah.
a little bit.
I like to take notes while I read.
Interesting notes indeed. And he flips through it a little more. Oh, yeah, I think this will do just fine. Thank you. Your name, sir, or ma'am?
They call me Kuno the Eel.
Kuno the Eel. Are you? You know what? I don't want to know. Thank you. Thank you for your donation to the library. You may enter.
I guess they don't want to know how to cook chicken the dwarven way.
or perhaps they already know.
Kuno gives the rest of the group a pretty satisfied, self-satisfied look as he
Yeah.
strolls inside. He is, by the way, a halfling, so
Yeah.
sort of smaller than the rest, but striding with authority as if he's the tallest in the group.
Right.
Yeah, Shiva, who is a human, is going to nod, legitimately impressed.
Right on.
And I'm a dwarf, so I'm looking at the other short guy. Go, well, at least I'm not. Well, he is shorter than me, so at least I'm not the shortest.
Nice.
We
I'm
take the
probably
small
And
victories.
I'm probably the oldest.
And the doors swing open smoothly, effortlessly, in fact. And you are greeted by the sight of the Court of Air. The Court of Air is a cobbled courtyard. It's empty, containing no tree or well. Its southern wall is the southern wall of Candlekeep itself. There are a number of fieldstone, wrought iron buildings scattered about this area.
All right. Well, I'm going to turn to our guide and ask if they know where we can find this person.
Oh, we'll have to ask around. I'm sure he'll be in study. I'm sure we'll have to find what wing he's in and then what room he's in. But all in good time, sir. All in good time. And he begins to explain to you the Court of Air, what everything is, and the rules. He walks you over to a board, and it says, on the board, it says, to all those who enter, please remind yourselves of these rules. Should you fail to obey by these rules, you shall be forever banished from CandleKeep. No exceptions. Asterisk. And they say, no fighting. All arguments must follow the rules of cordial debate and discussion. Violent altercations are not tolerated. No theft.
A discussion is a fight.
Not a violent one.
Very cute. Very cute.
Well, it depends on what you consider violent. I only consider it violent when you kill them. So as long as they live, we should be okay.
No theft. This rule applies to all objects in the keep, not just the library's works. No copying. Visitors are permitted to take notes while studying the library's works, but anyone who wants to make a full copy must pay to have the manuscript created by the scribes at the house of the binder. In your guide, he points to one of the structures here in the Court of Air. No damaging, marking, or otherwise modifying the works of the library. This rule doesn't apply to privately owned books, scrolls, or other documents that aren't part of CandleKeep's collection.
No scribbling in the margins. I get it.
Correct. That's it. That's the rules. Do you think you can all abide by those?
Sure. What's the rule about smoking? And I'm taking out my pipe as I say this.
As long as it doesn't violate one of these rules, you'll be fine.
Great. So I'll light up my pipe and just sort of puff some smoke as we go.
Let us go.
All right. And he guides you through, pointing out some other things. You can obviously tell there's a stable here. Also, he points out this next building is the House of Rest. If you wish to spend the night, take a rest, here's where you can do that. All seekers are welcome to rest here. And
do we plan to spend the night here?
Well, it has been a long road.
Yeah. My suggestion is perhaps we should book our rooms in advance just in case, and that would also give us a place to drop off our weapons. Shiva has a spear, which, given the rules, he's not super keen on taking into the library.
Okay.
I
wonder if they allow for early check-ins.
What's that? Go for it, Bella.
Yeah.
I wonder if they allow for early check-ins.
Oh, yes. Yeah, you can check in as soon as you get here. Yes, absolutely.
All right.
I could use a bite to eat and a drink, honestly, after that long journey.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
We can take you in. Inside the keep is one of the most marvelous taverns you'll ever see.
Okay, I'm listening.
Tavern.
But we can get you a room, and he takes you in and easily it's nothing major. It's a structure with 4 bunk rooms. You're assigned a room for the 4 of you to share. The stables are right next to the House of Rest and a granary. The northern edge of the Court of Air, once you get your rooms, stow your gear, whatever you need to do there.
Yeah, so Shiva is going to leave his armor. He's wearing armor as well. So he's going to leave, the martial stuff. So he's going to leave his spear and his shield and his chainmail in the room, just so that he doesn't look like he's walking around as a man-at-arms.
Okay.
And what does Shiva look like, man? Like, what's the appearance?
He's an older human, so he's but he looks like he has seen service. So Shiva is a soldier, and he looks like he's an older soldier. He looks like he has seen some combat before, so he's a little bit scarred, but he also seems like he's very stern. He seems like the person giving orders in combat and is used to being obeyed.
You sure you want to leave all that stuff here, Shiva?
I trust the people here to abide by the rules, and I will do the same.
Hmm. Kuno seems like he's thinking. Kuno is like I said, a halfling, buzz cut head, has some scars, formerly a pirate, who grew up in our town, then went to sea and then came back because of his beloved. And anyway, he's definitely one who's not a stranger to breaking rules.
Yeah,
So
Shiva, as a military man, is familiar with rules and is familiar with rules that have severe consequences for being broken. So he is perfectly willing, if he sees, okay, these are the rules, he will follow them.
they didn't say no weapons, just no fighting.
Yeah. You can keep it shield.
Yes, but I would like to make a good impression.
Well, don't expect me to make a good impression. Although I did get us in, if you remember.
He certainly did.
Nice.
What about, can I ask Bella, your appearance?
Yes, Bella is a half elf. She has you would estimate her in her mid 30s or so. She's got some dark curly hair. She has these just absolutely captivating dark, deep eyes that you just get lost in. Bella has been known to perform, shall we say, she's got a bit of a voice, shall we say, and she doesn't get to use it all that much because her other real skill, her true passion, are the bagpipes. And so whenever she's hired for just the most amazing tunes that you've ever heard out of a set of bagpipes.
Yeah, that was a real pleasure listening to that on the road every night.
Indeed. Indeed. It was my pleasure as well.
All right. What about Desmond? You said that you're a dwarf, right?
Yeah. Older, balding's got brown hair, which is more gray. You mainly knew him from around town as the stonemason, which had moved there some years ago.
Okay.
He had been in the military before he moved there, raised his family and stuff, and decided to go adventuring after everybody moved away.
Nice.
All right. So a mason. So Kuno would say, pretty impressive keep, isn't it, Desmond?
Mm-hmm. Yes. I like they did good stonework.
Yeah, I've never seen anything like it myself, and I've been quite a ways away from home.
Yeah.
So there you guys can see the Court of Air on your map. And that handout should be available to each of you to be able to reference should you wish. I'm going to go ahead and take it down, and then we'll move on forward.
Ooh, the pillars of pedagogy. That sounds fun. I'm a teacher, so.
Nice. Yeah. All right. Gaining entrance, the Court of Air. As you have stowed your gear, done the things you needed to, maybe taking a short rest here just to take the road dust off, clean yourselves up. Along the northern edge of the Court of Air, as you come back out of the House of Rest, the wall there is made up into what are a set of 12 towers. And these towers within which you see people coming and going out of from the Court of Air into these 12 towers. As you turn the corner, though, upon the western wall, your guide says, and here we have the main entrance, the Emerald Door. And unlike anything you've ever even imagined, stands this door. Here, a man stands outside with a small group of undermonks as well. And as you approach, your guide through the court of air, says, "Well, seekers, this is where I shall depart you, for you have made it to the keep. And I wish you the best of luck in your journey, and should your town's blight be taken away quickly." He
Many
turns
thanks.
to the keeper at the gate, and he says, "These seekers wish to locate the sage Maitreus and request an audience with him." And the keeper looks down, nods, and one of the smaller under monks, looks almost like a child actually, runs in through a small door, runs inside. And the keeper waves his hand. The door opens slowly, and the emerald door swings open for you to head on inside.
All right. For what it's
Let us
worth,
go.
Kuno did stow his light crossbow in his backpack and sort of wrap it in a bedroll so that it's not obvious, and his daggers are hidden. So he does seem like he is unarmed.
Okay. And as you step into the emerald doors, you take one last look kind of back over your shoulder into the court of air, and you can see now all of the tall towers that rise above that northern wall. You notice they're all interconnected with bridges and covered walkways, and many of them are roofed, some of them are not, some are walled, some are not, some are guarded, some are not. It's just a sight to behold. All the people scurrying about, stacks of books. The doors slowly close, and you're inside. And the hallways are lined with the monks of CandleKeep. A small boy runs up. "Greetings, welcome to CandleKeep. I hear you searched for Master Maitreus.
That is correct.
Please follow me."
Many thanks. And Shiva will follow this person.
We're just gonna follow some random kid. Okay.
Shiva does not
okay,
answer
You
you
know
and
where we're
continues
going.
following this person.
Okay.
Yep. He leads you through the main hallways of CandleKeep Library, all the while telling you about all the services that they can do here, and also about the length of stay. You're welcome to stay for a 10-day, and that the keeper's word is law quite literally, so make sure that you do exactly what the keeper tells you. And if he ever changes things, then, you have to do that, no matter if it contradicts what he said before. Just don't make him mad, trust me. And kid gets a little long-winded, but eventually, after climbing several flights of stairs, he leads you to a room. And he says, "This is the room where Master Maitreus is said to have been. He's been here for 7 days, and he should be in there studying. He has asked for peace, but if you come in seek of him, then I'm sure he is expecting your arrival."
All right.
And he bids you a good day and walks away.
Well, Shiva will open the door, assuming it isn't locked.
It is locked. Or it appears
Okay.
to be, at least.
Well,
I'll give it a good heavy thump.
Great.
All right, Desmond puts their shoulder into it, I take it.
Well, like big heavy fist.
Oh, a knock?
Knocking.
A knock
Yeah.
thump?
Yeah.
Yeah, no answer on the other side. Maybe he's in deep meditation or something.
Shiva will turn back to the person who led us here and ask, "Do you think you could get us in?"
I think he ran off.
Oh, he's not that far away yet. He
All right,
hears you,
well.
goes, "Oh, yes, absolutely." And he walks up and just turns the knob and opens the door.
You're really handy, kid. Do they pay you enough?
My time here is an act of service, for one day I will be a member of the Avowed.
Okay.
Shiva is a little confused as to how this person just opened the door, but gonna just go with it and walk into the room.
Yep.
I'm gonna toss the kid a copper coin and say, "Keep the change, kid."
Oh, gee, thanks, mister. And you walk into this room. It's obviously a study of some sort. Just there's a desk, a few books, an easy chair, a bookshelf, a fireplace. But there's no sage or magician or anything here.
Shiva is going to call out in a louder than normal voice. Hello? Is there anyone here?
No answer.
Bella's going to walk over to the easy chair and just flop into it.
You flop down into it, and a little dust poofs out of it, settles in the air. You can kind of see it floating down.
At that, I'll just comment, "That doesn't seem right."
No, it's quite comfortable.
I meant the dust, Bella.
Oh.
Can I look for clues as to when this place was most recently occupied?
Yeah,
or
if you want to search around the room, that's fine. Yeah.
investigation?
Yeah, you can do an investigation for it.
Come on, Kuna. Oops, only a 9.
Only a 9. It looks like it's been a few days, definitely, since anybody's been here. There is a thin layer of dust on all the books that are sitting on the tables and whatnot. And actually, when you kind of you run your hand across one of the books, feels a little different than the others. It's a thick tome. And when you brush a little dust off, you see what looks like gold filigree in the cover.
Ooh, that's a valuable book. I'm going to take a look at it. Because
Sure.
I can't resist gold and shiny things.
Right?
Shiva turns to the child who helped us here and say, "You said that Matreus was here for a week?"
Yes, he's been here. That's what the book says. He's here. This is where he's supposed to be. I must get going though. My apologies. I have other errands to run.
Shiva isn't happy about it, but she says, "All right, farewell."
And the young boy will close the door on his way out. What's everybody else doing? Desmond, Bella? While Kuno is searching and Shiva is saying goodbye to the young man.
Just looking around.
Okay.
Did you say there was a bed in this room?
No, not a bed, just the big easy chair.
Okay.
Is there any food?
Actually, there are remnants of food. There's plates and dishes here. It looked like there has been food here. It's been about several days ago, probably.
So it seems like he was here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Maybe he's just really bad at housekeeping.
Kuno, you pick up the book and you blow the layer of dust off of it, and inlaid in the cover of this book is an image of a man. It's like the gold filigree and whatnot. You can make an Arcana or History check to see if you know who this man is.
They're both the same, so I'll go with history. Ooh, 20.
You recognize this man. You must have studied his work at one point in time for this.
I did, yeah.
This
Kuno clearly is a reader because I was scribbling in the margins of that other book, so I've read some things.
This is the image of the legendary mage Mordenkaiten.
The image of Mordenkaiten, I'll say aloud.
Shiva doesn't know that much about magic, but he knows enough to know who that is.
Yeah.
He was like, wow.
Everybody should know, like, when you hear the name, maybe you don't know everything, but you know the name, right? It's a legendary mage of the world.
He's famous enough to have spells named after him.
Yes, exactly. So
Yeah, this seems like a very special tome here. I'll start opening it.
sure. How heavily do you want to investigate this tome?
Just a quick browse. Unless anyone else has better arcane knowledge than me, I'll pass it to them.
Okay.
But as a well-traveled person, I've heard stories at least about this person, so I'm interested in seeing maybe if this tome is how it relates to them.
All right. Make me a go ahead and make an investigation, another investigation as you're flipping through this.
Should be good at this. I took it as an expertise skill. Ooh yeah, 17.
Nicely done.
17. As you're flipping through this book, a small piece of parchment falls out of it. You kind of thumb through it and, shake it out and everything. And a piece of parchment falls out of it with a word written on it.
A word, you say?
Yes. Make sure I have the right thing here. Nope. Maybe it's that one. I think I've already closed the window that I was supposed to have open.
Well, I'll be able to read the word if it's in common or halfling.
It's in common. You can read the word. Do you read it out loud? You don't have to necessarily have the word here, but
yeah, as soon as I find the page, I'll open it and I'll read it and I'll just say it out loud.
And as you do, in front of the fireplace, it begins to shimmer and kind of see what looks like a set of double doors on the other side. Or in this shimmer, it looks like a doorway appears. And
what is this silliness?
Wow.
You look back and you notice that the word is scepter. Scepter. Scepter is the word.
Scepter. Huh. I would show everyone the piece of paper that fell out once, obviously, this door happens, and I guess I'll say some sort of magic code word, I guess. Should have expected it from some sort of mystical person like this, Matreus.
Seemingly. But something tells me that whatever that is, it's dangerous.
Well, I'll just put it back down where I found it.
And the doors, as you stand there staring at it, kind of contemplating the appearance of these shimmering doors, they begin to fade, actually. And it looks like they're not going to last long.
Let's go. Maybe he's in there. And I'll try and, rush inside, but I think I'll grab the book as I go, just in case.
Okay. You're going to take the book with you. All right.
Yeah. Kuno rushes in thinking that maybe this is, the way to finding the cure to his town's and his beloved's woes.
Does anyone follow?
Shiva is much more reluctant. This is a magical thing I've never seen before. I'm in a town full of mages. I myself do not know anything about magic. This is probably not a good idea.
Oh, come on, let's go. And kind of pushing forward and go.
You're going to push.
Magic is...
Stop sitting around, Bella. Get up and let's go.
Bella pops up out of the chair and goes, "I'm bored and this looks like adventure," and pops off through the door.
Nice.
This is why I like Bella.
All
Maybe
right.
there'll be something in here I can thump and have some fun.
And you all enter into the shimmering doorways. As soon as the last of you is through, they disappear almost. They're still there, but they close. And you find yourselves. Can everyone see the map?
Yes.
Can everyone give me a
Remind
quick...
me not to drop my equipment off next time.
Can everyone just give me a quick move your token back a couple of squares?
Works for me. There appears to be somebody under my token.
Yeah, that's me.
Oh, hi.
That's a ghost.
Everybody can move your tokens.
And all kinds of weird things happen.
All right, fantastic. You can all move your tokens. Yay, I did something right. And dynamic lighting is working. How wonderful.
Fantastic.
All right, as you enter, you find yourself in a foyer of what appears to be an old building. A mansion, perhaps. Long hallways extend to your right and left. And in front of you, or on the map, it's to your left, stands a man. In this foyer, the ceiling arches about 15 feet overhead. And there's a man standing there, a middle-aged man wearing gray robes.
Shiva is going to say, excuse us?
Oh, yes. Good day to you, gentlemen and ladies.
Are you Matreus?
Oh, yes, I am. Are you some kind of knowledge man?
Were you not expecting us? We're from what was the Wayton
Wayton
Village.
Wayton Village. Now, I can't say that I was. What brings you here? How did you find me?
Our town is cursed with a blight.
Oh, dear heavens. A cursed town. Huh.
It's not so good. We need your help. We heard that you were an expert in such matters.
As to how we found you exactly, Kuno is an extremely talented individual, you see, and was able to pinpoint the location of this, the portal to this magic realm within the book you had left in the room you were in.
Yeah, sorry about that, but you did invite us. Thought we were expected.
Ah. Yes. Well, welcome. Sorry, I'm trying to get the stream token because the stream can't see the map.
Whoops.
For some reason. You guys can see the hallway, right?
Mm-hmm.
We can see like just a tiny bit over here and a tiny bit over here.
That's what you should be able to see. Interesting.
Well, then it is working just fine.
Yeah, if I move up into the
Oh,
space above me, then more opens up.
that would probably be why. That would probably be why I didn't assign this token a role on the map. That would be why. I'll just...
So as you guys talk, Desmond takes out a chicken leg and starts eating.
Nice.
His normal.
Desmond's
And
actually a
awesome.
pretty good cook, we learned on our journey, so it's good to have a good chef in the group.
Interesting. Why can my token not see?
I mean, he's a whole 4'9" and 285 pounds, so he must like his food.
Fantastic.
A tough bloke. Kuno respects that as a pirate.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Well, either his food or his ale, one of the two.
Right. One of Kuno's traits is that he's always happy to sail into new ports and make friends over a flagon of ale. So that's probably how we met.
This could be
How's the
problematic.
Oh.
Is there an issue?
My token's not working to see the map, so the stream can't see the map. So we may just have to go to a theater of the mind thing for the stream.
I mean, why don't you just turn off the fog of war? Like, we can theater of the mind the fog of war, and that way everyone can see everything. But we can still use this cool map.
We promise not to pretend we see things that we don't see.
No, I know. And there's really nothing that is going to be given away because anything that shouldn't be seen is on a different layer anyway. So I will just reveal.
If it helps.
Let me turn off dynamic lighting. My apologies, everyone. It worked everything except for that.
I blame the dynamic lighting because I have seldom seen it work right.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So don't look at the top and the bottom. You're in the middle.
Okay, cool.
Pretend you can't see anything, everyone.
Imagination engaged.
Okay.
All
Zoom
right.
into 200. I can't see nothing else
Yeah, I'm just going to
except
zoom on
for stuff in the rooms.
so I can see our lovely faces on our little tokens.
Yeah. Well, that's okay.
So-
You can see the stuff in the rooms. That stuff's exposed anyway.
So Shiva is going to turn into this mage he assumes is Matreus and say, how do we get out of this room?
Oh, I wish I knew. I would have left a long time ago. It's quite a puzzle, actually. But now that you're here, you've opened the portal, so we can just leave. And he heads. Although, man, I would really love to stay and finish exploring this beautiful mansion. The secrets and knowledge it must hold are just magnificent.
Perhaps you could do that. Like, I certainly have no objections to you doing that, but we would very much like your help.
You
Sorry,
notice he's also
how-
holding a little statue in his hand.
How long have you been in here?
Well, I've been in this room for about 30 minutes, just trying different phrases and words to get that door to open, and then poof, you opened it and came in. It's marvelous timing, actually.
Right, I found this book here, caught my eye, and inside a note with the word scepter on it.
And when you go to hold up the book, it's not there. The book is not in your hand. Yeah, the book is not in your hand. The parchment is there. The parchment is there, but the book is gone.
I don't know if anyone else noticed because Kuno deliberately set the book down, but then as he rushed in, he grabbed it. So in any case, that's something interesting. He says, I could have sworn I grabbed that book.
Oh, the book on my study. Yes. Probably. If you came here, it went back there. So I'll go and retrieve that right now, actually. And he kind of pushes his way past you. Do enjoy your time here. And if there's anything I can help you with, you said something about a blight in your city. I'd be more than happy to help you. Just let me know how. And
Do you have
Well, hold
experience
on.
with blight?
trade places with you and Matreus. And get rid of that token. Boop. All right.
I don't
And-
think we're going to be staying for very long.
I mean, if you're going to help us, we don't need to stay here. We can just go with you.
Indeed. And as he steps through the doors, you hear a horrendous shriek. The doors slam closed and the portal vanishes, trapping you inside the foyer, inside the mansion.
That son of...
It was a horrendous shriek, almost as if something happened to Matreus.
Kind of grab a hold of my hammer and go. Well, hopefully he got his.
Well, Shiva is going to say scepter again and see if the door opens.
It does not.
Mm.
What the hell?
And you see a hallway to your left, your right. It looks like there's a staircase to your right and forward. There are a few doors down each side of the hallway.
Start
Did he
looking
just-
around and maybe find a way out of this.
Did he just try to trap us in here?
I don't know.
That's magical people for you.
Always trouble.
Bella is going to run off down towards the door to her left.
All right, so down to the east of the map. Gotcha.
Correct.
Yeah, you head down. That door's actually open a little bit. It's slightly ajar.
I open it up.
Oh, great. You open up the door, and that is M9. Let's jump down there. And you open it up, and this end of the building seems to be an arboretum of sorts. It's open, arched walls, flowering shrubs, and small trees grow between paved paths that meet in a semicircular patio. No sun shines in here, but two glowing globes hang above the plants, bathing them in light. There are colorful blossoms everywhere, filling the air with their sweet scent.
I'm going to
A
step
garden.
in.
Yeah, you step on in, and yeah, that's what you see. It smells wonderful. It's peaceful in here, calm, in fact.
What kind of a place is this?
Hmm.
Looked like a garden for food.
Hmm.
Or flowers.
Yeah, flowers, veggies, but no window, no light except for little glowy balls.
Bella
I was going to
and
say nothing that could get us out of here, but then with mages, you never know. Maybe the correct path is to grab some random flower and spin around 3 times.
do you do that?
Bella reaches out and grabs a
Uh,
particularly pretty
No, he does
flower
not.
and picks it
All right.
and spins around and twirls around 3 times.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Make me a hang on.
I'm
Make me a
hanging.
wisdom saving throw. You and I guess it looks like who's closest to you? Is that Shiva?
I'm behind this door.
Oh, you're behind the door. So that would be
That's
Desmond. So Desmond and Bella, make me a wisdom save, please.
Oh dear.
I did not pass.
Oh dear.
Nope. Not as bad. No. Same,
Oh dear.
well, same as you, but not as bad.
That's not good. All right. For 1 minute, you're not going to be able to take any reactions. And
Just by walking in here, I didn't pick no flowers. What'd you do to me, girl?
all right. So yeah, you're not going to be able to take reactions for a minute. As maybe the pollen or something just enthralls you, and you're just staring at this little pollen cloud as it spins around you. You feel euphoric almost, dazzled by it. Kuno, make me a wisdom check.
Okay. Here we go. Ooh, good roll, Kuno.
As you see them kind of get a little loopy and euphoric, there's something about the way that pollen is swirling that makes you think that there's something there.
I'm gonna lift up my sleeve to my nose and look over at Shiva and say, there's some sort of pollen in the air. I think it's making him loopy.
All right, Shiva is going to do the same thing. He's going to like put a cloth or something over his nose, and he's going to run in. He's going to walk in, grab Bella, and attempt to pull her out of this room.
Okay. Yeah, you can do that,
It's like,
unless Bella is going to resist.
No resistance whatsoever.
Okay.
But as we pass Desmond, I'm going to take the flower and stick it in Desmond's face and go, smell how pretty this is.
I'm going to attempt to stop you from doing that. I'm going to like use my hand and block you because I worry that this is dangerous.
Yeah, and I'll drag Desmond out also by the sleeve as we go.
All right. On your way out, Kuno, with that 18, you see something, actually 2 somethings. It looks like they land on the branch of a tree. It's kind of shimmery. And you swear you can hear them giggling.
I will definitely make note of that and share it with the party once we're relatively safe.
Okay. You all get out in the hallway, and after about a minute or so, Bella and Desmond, roll me a d6.
It's going to be one of them nights.
Really consistent rolling. 2 1s and 2 2s.
All right. Both of you roll me a d4 now.
Show me the 2. Let's go.
Oh,
Hey!
all right. Desmond,
Perfect.
you tear right into this door and head north. Bella, you try to run south and you can't, so you just run back into the arbitorium involuntarily.
Okay.
What the heck are you? And
Dining
Shiva
room.
just watches for a moment as they run off and just.
And then make
Doesn't
me
know what to
another wisdom save, both of you, at the end of that. Jesus. Okay.
This
Hey,
is just
you
not
know-
your day, is it?
He not the brightest.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh
He's
boy.
old, senile, and just wants to beat things one last time.
Right on.
Bella goes, "How delightful!" And takes the flower and sticks it in her hair.
Yep. That seems legit.
Don't know, it was just
I'm
momentary.
just walking around going, I found the dining room. So we should have food somewhere near here.
And in fact,
I'll
yes, yes,
tell,
you do.
when I get a moment, I'll tell Shiva what I saw. Some sort of golden shimmering creature giggling.
Shiva is going to walk back into this room and stare intensely, seeing if he can find what they were talking about.
And in fact, you do. When you walk in, you see it. Bella and Kuno, you also see them now. These two small, tiny, little dragon-like creatures. They look like they're hiding up in the trees, but you've spotted them and you see them now, and they're giggling, their wings up over their little faces. They're just giggling.
Could I roll to maybe recognize what they are?
Yeah, sure.
Let's see.
That would probably be. Do you have well, animal handling is not the right one, but an intelligence roll.
Intelligence. Okay,
Yeah,
let's give it a try.
you might know what these are.
16.
Oh yeah, you've heard of these. These are fairy dragons. They're harmless, typically of good alignment, and they like to play jokes on people.
Ugh.
They can
Fairy
defend
dragons.
themselves and fight, but typically they just are harmless little creatures.
Hold up there, Shiva. I think these are just some fey dragon creatures messing around with us. Nothing dangerous.
Oh, I do so like the Fae.
And then they see you have spotted them and they fly at Kuno and Shiva. Both of you make a wisdom save.
Hmm.
Oh no, poor Shiva. Oh
Oof.
no, Kuno as well.
Well, this is the session, everyone.
Yep. We're gonna be here all night. We're gonna spend 4 hours right here in the arbitorium. All right.
Just tripping on pixie dust and having a good time. That's fine.
Yeah.
That's the worst thing that could happen.
Basically, so while y'all are high on pixie dust over here, I'm gonna jump back to Desmond over in the dining room. And you hear them go in the other room and kind of hear some muffled talking. You can see what's happening though, because this whole wall in the dining room is windows. It's a window wall staring out over the arbitorium. So you can now see the fairy dragons out there buzzing around the three of them, sprinkling their little fairy dust on everything and
Berries.
having just the most fun time. Meanwhile,
Yeah.
you are in the dining room. There is a crystal chandelier that hangs above the table made of dark wood. 6 matching wooden chairs with scarlet cushions sit around the table, and a 7th chair sits alone in a far corner. There are tapestries of grapevines and makings of wine all over the walls, like just kind of hanging. Also, the table is set with a service for 6, full service.
I'm looking around, just looking at everything and going, it smells of the fae and fairy with this look.
Yep.
And as I'm looking, I'll look out the window and I see those two. I go, oh, yay.
And on that, go ahead and make that D6 roll again.
Okay.
Okay. You kind of shake your head with that, and you come out of it, and you're like, yep, that was some fairy dust. Ugh.
Yep. I just kind of stand in the window and jump and wave at them. Come in here. It's safe.
All right. So while you're
Bella does the
inspecting
same
that,
thing, starts jumping and twirling around, hands in the air like she just doesn't care.
right on. You're just gonna inspect the dining room, I take it, for right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Try
Let's
and
jump
get their
back
attention to
outside.
see if they'll come back around.
Right on. What are the 3 of you doing? Let's start with Bella's jumping around, spinning around, hands in the air, waving around. Shiva, what about you?
Like, do I have control over what I'm doing? And, like,
Roll a
do I have-
D6.
6.
Yeah, you kind of shake your head and you're like, that did not feel pleasant, but
Yeah.
you're in control.
Yeah. So Shiva, despite being, stern and somewhat severe, he can take a joke, even when directed at him, if it's in a harmless context. So he turns to one of the fairy dragons. He isn't sure if they understand common or not, but he says to them, "I'd say this wasn't funny, but I'd be lying."
Right on. They're laughing and giggling, kind of pointing at each other and pointing at the 3 of you, and then at Desmond behind the glass.
But Shiva is somewhat uncharacteristically smiling. He's smiling more than you've probably seen him in a little while, and he's like, knowing that this is something harmless and that these are harmless creatures. He's giving himself a moment to just enjoy this and have a laugh of his own.
Okay.
Let's be honest, the pixie dust is pretty good. It's a pretty nice high for
Oh yeah.
The come down's a little rough.
Yep, it is. Kuno, how about you? What are you doing? Go ahead and you can roll a D6 as well.
Kuno was just sort of giggling a little bit. He's like, yeah, that's funny. 1d6. 1.
All right, you run straight north as far away from these fairy dragons as you can.
Watch me jump over these plants. 1, 2, 3. I'm like hurtling over the little planters.
More like vaulting as you're a halfling, because the planters are about as tall as you are.
I'm very athletic, so
Apparently.
I can do it.
4 backflips over the plants.
Yep.
Oh yeah, acrobatics is one of my skills.
There you go. So your hand springs or whatever you call those things. Maybe you're bounding through the plants, and the fairy dragons are just flying around and loving it. They're having a great time, enjoying watching you all. Bella. Okay. Yep. Bella, give me the D6 again. See which way you go. If you go. All right. You kind of come out of it as well. You don't run. And what do you do now that you've kind of brought your hands down? The high is coming down a little bit.
I run my hands through my hair, and I look down and I brush myself off, and I assume I can see the fairy dragons.
Yep.
And I look to them and go, what great fun! What great fun! I have to get me some of that fairy dust. That was delightful.
All right.
And I'll try to figure out how to get over to where Desmond is.
Okay. Go ahead and make a wisdom save for me one more time before you leave the room.
Well, you mean attempt a wisdom save.
Yep. All right. Yep. You're able to kind of shake it all off and head out to where Desmond is.
Excellent.
Kuno, you can go ahead and make a wisdom save. See if you can shake this off as well. End of your turn.
I know.
Nope. And Shiva,
Nope.
can you shake it off?
Kuno just stumbled into like
same
a
thing?
whole, like, another bunch of flowers covered in pixie dust.
Ugh.
Yeah, Shiva, you're able to finally groggily you shake it off, but and you have a good laugh at this joke at yourself, and then
Yeah.
you follow, I guess, Bella and Desmond, or are you gonna stay here and wait for Kuno?
I'm gonna follow. I have considered just grabbing a fairy dragon, but I'm gonna follow them.
Okay.
It's like, maybe it's my turn to play a joke.
So the two of you are now with Desmond in the dining room. You see it as described. There are 6 chairs around the table, a 7th one sitting in the corner, a large crystal chandelier, and a glass wall staring at Kuno and the fairy dragons, who are having quite the laugh.
Kuno's just frolicking amongst the plants.
Yeah. What are you guys gonna do in the dining room? Let's go back and start with Desmond.
I'm gonna check this door here, see if it's unlocked. Thinking, okay, dining room, door, kitchen, food.
All right. That door is not locked. It's open. Or unlocked, at least.
I'll open it and look in after seeing the dragons and stuff. It's kind of like, okay, what surprise are they going to have for me here?
All right. And as you open this door, it is a kitchen. And in fact, you realize it wasn't latched when you kind of reach out. It too was open just a little bit. And the aromas of cooking just wafts over you as you push the door open. A large iron stove takes up one entire wall. The rest of the room is filled with large tables and racks, hanging pots and cooking utensils. Everything is sparkling clean. Also in here are 2 creatures kind of standing around the kitchen. One, they both have flapping wings, and they fly over near you and land on the nearest table and bow before you. How can we be of help, our honored guests? Cooking, cleaning, mending your clothes? They kind of alternate words back and forth.
I just kind of look at them going, okay.
Also in this room, as you're kind of looking at that, there are a line of bowls on the floor. Look like food bowls for pets. And in fact, about that time, you see, I'm sorry, you came in that door, not the one in the hallway. You see a cat wander in through the door that would, you guess, lead to the hallway, and walk over to the bowl, and it sits down. It looks back over you and meows slightly, and then starts to eat. Shiva, what are you
looking
doing?
at them.
We'll come back. Hang on. I'm gonna kind of everybody spread apart, so I'm gonna loop everybody around.
Yeah. Well, Shiva, hearing other people, is going to walk into this room. He expected to see, like, he wasn't sure what he expected to see, but it wasn't this. But he would say to them, like, we're seeking a way out of this structure. We got in here somewhat by accident and can't figure out how to leave.
Oh, lost you are. Yes. I see. Can I share that? Hold on. Let me see if I can share with you guys the handout for these creatures. They're really cute. NPCs and creature handouts. And you see the line of cat bowls and the cat sitting there as well eating. Um, come on, edit. All players, save. Save changes. That should be in the player handouts.
Yep.
Oh, that guy looks very cute.
There we go. And I have showed it also to the stream so they can see it as well. Yes, homunculus. Cute little creatures. Oh, we can cook and clean. And have you tried the door?
We have, and it hasn't worked, which confuses me. That tends to not be how doors work. And Shiva's going to open this door, and then head over to this door and try and open this door, and presumably nothing will happen.
Yeah, and as you head out that door, you hear one of these two speaking. Oh, scrolled too far. Speaking to you, and oh yes. Lord Fistandia and Friate. clever. And yeah, that door doesn't do anything. But you hear those two names. You can make a intelligence arcana check.
I suppose I shall. Unfortunately.
Oh, Shiva, that's
that
not
was
too
actually
bad.
really good. All right.
You recognize the two names as legendary mages.
Can you give me their names again? I'll write them down.
Fistandia, Fistandia, and Freyot, Freyot. And with a 17, I'll give you this too. Presumably, these are their human. I cannot say the word. Humanoculi. Yeah.
Homunculi?
Homunculi. Thank you. I have a very hard time with that word. Thank you. And what you do know about this type of creature is that in order for them to be alive, their creator has to be alive. So presumably, these two mages who supposedly long lost and dead for centuries are still alive. Presumably because their creations are. Let's jump back to the dining room with Bella.
Bella is just fascinated by the scene on the other side of the glass. So she grabs a chair, spins it around, and slides it between her legs, puts her hands up on the back of the chair, and just watches the spectacle that is happening and unfolding before her on the other side of the glass.
Fantastic. And as you do that, you sit down in the chair and come back here. Stop clicking on the wrong thing. Got to move that. Yeah, there we go. You feel something bite you in the rear. This chair has somehow, some way, somewhat, perhaps come to life.
Whoa!
I got to move your token so I can get to it. I'm on the wrong layer. There we go. Yep, it has somewhat come to life, and you feel it start moving about beneath you. And
A butt-biting mimic chair. Not cool.
not cool, right? Mimic chairs are so much fun. I can't believe you guys didn't see that one coming. Dining room, mimic. Where are you? There you are. Hello, mimic. It bites you. Does a 10 hit?
A 10 does not. Armor class 14.
Well, shucks. Oh, wait, does it have advantage? Let me look and see what it says about advantage for this thing. Hang on. 'Cause that would be fun. Yes, it does. Haha, it does have attack as a grappler. The mimic chair has advantage on attack rolls against any creature grappled by it. So actually, it didn't grapple you yet. It tried to bite you. It did not grapple you. So it does not. You're not grappled. Therefore, it does not have advantage. All right. You sit down. You feel this mouth open up. The cushion rips beneath you. You jump up and look back, and there are teeth coming out of it as this chair is now attacking you. What do you do?
Oh my! I jump up and I step back, and come back around to the other side of the table, and as I do, I look at the chair and just point at it and go, "How very rude!"
Shiva, hearing this, is going to like spring into action with the practiced movement of somebody who has done this before and is used to it. So he's going to run into this room, and then he's going to remember that he doesn't have a weapon. But he also he realizes, okay, I need to do something right now, and he's going to smack this mimic chair right in the face. Is not the right word. I'm going to give it a punch.
You're going to punch it?
Hang
Yes,
on
I
a
am.
second. My very rude was, in fact, a casting of vicious mockery.
Oh, fantastic. All right, so wisdom save, nat 20. And hold on.
Very
As
extra rude.
Shiva runs into the room, we're going to jump to Kuno. And that way Kuno doesn't miss out on all this excitement on the other side of the glass. Go ahead and make me a wisdom save, Kuno. Come on, 10 or better. You can do it. Yay, you did it. So you are free from the grip of the high. The fairy dragons are kind of spinning around you and laughing at you, but you are able to move freely. You have kind of come to, and you see this scene unfolding in front of you on the other side of the glass.
I'll shoot the fairy dragons a slightly annoyed look as I sprint into action and get into the room. And I see the strange mimic creature, and I'm like, "Oi, that's messed up."
Yep. Shiva is lunging forward with a punch attack. Go ahead and roll your...
Can I roll that now, or do you want?
Yeah, you can go ahead and roll. Yeah, it's...
That's a 10.
Oh boy, that's not quite enough. So
Give me one of those days.
Yep. Do me a favor and make me a dex save.
Give me one of those days.
You're stuck. You are adhered to the object you punch it, and your fist just sticks to the back of the chair, and you are stuck. You will be at disadvantage for until you are ungrappled.
So Shiva is directly next to the mimic chair, yes?
Yes, Shiva is now stuck to the mimic chair. Bella is on the other side of the table. You've walked in the door. Desmond, you hear quite the ruckus going on in the kitchen, and the two homunculi say, oh dear, something's happening. And their little wings get all excited, and they start fluttering. Ooh, I wonder what it is.
I turn around and I'll see the chair, and just automatically for him pulls the battle axe and runs and jumps on the table and takes a swing at it.
All right.
Or
Go ahead.
Warhammer, I guess it is.
Warhammer, go for it. That hits.
13.
That hits. Go ahead and roll your damage. Wow. Holy cow.
Damn, nice.
All right. Yeah, you splinter it. It's not looking like it's going to last too much longer. If you have a couple of those hits, you'll destroy this chair. It is, after all, just a chair, but it's alive. And then we've got.
That feels good.
All right. That's Bella. I didn't do initiative
Indeed.
on this because I'm just tracking it in my head. This is a quick one.
Okay. Just for that, I'm going to go. Fantastic work. Fantastic work, Desmond. And I'm going to give Desmond a bardic inspiration. At that. That is my action, correct?
It is your bonus action.
That's a bonus action, yeah.
That is a bonus action. So I still have an action.
Yep.
And so for my action, I will point to the chair and go, such a saucy chair. That'll be enough of you. And throw down another vicious mockery.
All right. Taunting a chair. This is where we've become, folks. We've resorted to taunting a chair.
This is the wisest chair I've ever met.
Apparently.
I swear. But that's why it became a mimic.
This is a very wise chair, yes.
Some might even call it a wise ass.
He sticks his tongue out at you and blows a raspberry. I'm rubber and you're glue. It bounces off of me and sticks to Shiva. All right. Kuno, what do you do?
I'll take out my daggers and rush to stab this mimic in the face, if that face is indeed a thing that exists.
All right.
Mostly just anywhere where it can be stabbed. And I'm going to attack with my dagger. 16 to hit.
16 hits.
And that'll include sneak attack. So that's 8.
8 damage. Hey, you knock off another chunk of wood. It's not looking too healthy, but it's its turn now. And Shiva, you're stuck to it, which means it's going to have advantage on its bite attack for you.
Oops, my bad.
Oh, that's okay. 14 to hit.
Normally, no, but guess who left their armor in the inn? So yes, that does hurt me.
That's going to be ow. Ow.
All right, yeah, that drops me in a single hit.
Ow.
Dear God.
Dear Lord. That's a bad mimic. Holy cow. It's not supposed to be that grindy, y'all. All right. Let's see. Well, since Shiva went down,
It did max damage.
yeah, plus one of those is acid. So the next up will be.
Death save number 1. Let's see if I can nat 20. Nope.
All right. All right, Bella. Or was it Desmond was first? Sorry, Desmond was first. Yeah.
Yep. I'm gonna smash it again.
7 does not hit.
With a little bit of bardic inspiration thrown in.
Oh yeah, you
Oh.
do have the bardic inspiration.
Okay, how do
What
I
does it
get
get?
that?
Was it D4?
It's a D6.
Oh, it's a
It's a
D6. You have a chance with a D6. I was gonna say if it's a D4,
What?
not you need a little bit more than that. About 3 or 4 more than that. All right, you take a swing at it, but it's now lunged over Shiva and is going in for the bite. Bella.
Okay. It got real in a hurry. I guess I'm going to look at something here. Sorry, first time looking at some of this stuff, using it. Oh, okay. That's good. And then let me just check one other thing. I'm gonna got it. I know what I'm doing now.
All right.
Sorry, it took me a second there.
That's okay.
Oh, not a problem.
So I'm going to throw down some more vicious mockery.
Hey.
Does not pass
And
this
that-
time.
Does not pass this time, so it takes 2 points psychic damage, and it looks like it's at disadvantage on its next turn.
Okay.
And then for my bonus action, I'm going to. Oh, hang on a second. I'm trying to figure out something. Yeah, first level. I'm going to healing word Shiva.
Hey, I'm
4.
back up.
Yay. All right. Shiva's back up, but still like stuck to this chair. And Kuno,
Time for me to stab this thing to death.
Shiva the yo-yo is down and
I've got
out.
2 daggers, so I should be able to make an attack and a bonus action attack, yes.
Sure, I'll allow it.
Let's see. 14,
That hits.
so 10 total there.
That shatters the chair. You don't even need to take your second one. That
Got it.
shatters the chair. The mimic writhes in pain and melts into this pool of black sizzling acid, leaving a burn mark on the floor.
Kuno grumbles and says, I'm starting to think we shouldn't trust anything in here.
I look at Shiva and go, "You are a fighter, and you go down with one bite."
Shiva does not reply to you.
Kuno does have a slightly I told you so look on his face, like I hope you
Yeah.
did a good impression.
I go back and check on our 2 little buddies in here and looking around the kitchen. Gotta find more food.
Yes. There
It's
is
like fighting a chair was a normal everyday thing.
Yeah. Right.
I say we maybe hang out in the kitchen, take a short rest, if you all are down for it.
You're welcome to
Hey,
do that. If
somebody
you like.
want to close the door to the garden so those little things don't get out and drug us some more?
I closed it on my way out. Don't worry. I'm not
Okay.
gonna have them following me, those little rascals.
I'm glad to see at least someone wasn't born in a barn.
It does make me think that maybe we could sell that pixie dust if we could just get a hand to some of it, but that's an issue for another day. Can we do a short rest in the kitchen and like eat snacks and
Yeah. The
nurse our wounds?
Yeah,
Is,
absolutely.
is that a pantry behind there?
There is a pantry behind there. In fact, the door is propped open, and the cats kind of come and go. In the pantry, there are all sorts of sacks of flowers, vegetables, preserved meats, other staples, all the good dry goods needed to sustain a household.
Okay.
The 2 creatures here will introduce themselves now that you are all back in here as Cumin and Coriander, and they tell you the story of how they came to be, how they were created, and whatnot. So
I look at them as they're talking. I'm going, I'm going to cook us some food.
we cook for you, and they'll what do you want? And they will cook whatever you want. They have the ability to cook.
So you
any
should
meal.
let Desmond help. He's got a real good sense of taste. But I'm wondering, did you know about the chairs in there?
Chairs. Yes, there's chairs everywhere. Chairs. What about
Yeah,
the chairs?
the chairs with the
Chairs
chairs
would like to bite you in the ass.
Yeah,
Oh, we
Sit
don't
in 'em?
sit in chairs. Wouldn't know. Don't sit in chairs.
I guess that checks out. Kuno's just gonna wait for the food and just sort of
Yeah.
lean against a wall.
Yeah, cats
I'm
come
kind
and
of
go.
questioning, like, looking at them, questioning, do I really want to eat something they cook?
You smell it. It smells really great. Whatever
Yeah.
you want, they'll cook. As you're in here, taking your little short rest and eating a meal, a couple of cats come and go. There you go. That gets you back up to full, doesn't it?
Exactly.
Fantastic. Do any of you interact with any of the cats?
Oh, absolutely. I go, oh, how marvelous cats. And I crouch down and start petting them, going, oh, and what are your names?
They just kind of purr and meow. One of them, as you're petting it, just stops what it's doing and rubs up against your leg. And, it's a cat. Really enjoying the attention. Almost as if it hasn't had attention like this in quite some time.
Uno is
Look,
at this time taking out his light crossbow and sort of holding it, not pointing it at the cats, but giving them a look like, just try and turn into a mimic or some sort of book.
Kuno's gun shy.
I look at cumin and coriander and go, so where's your masters?
Don't know. Long time. Not been here. If you want, you can make that that Arcana check to see what you know of these types of creatures. Yeah, you don't know anything
I'm
about
a
these
dwarf.
types.
I don't deal with magic.
Yep, pretty much.
Can I give it a try?
Yeah, any of y'all can. After hearing their stories, the Knight of Nines and Ones and Twos.
Uno knows even less.
So Shiva, you're the only one that really has gotten any clue as to what these creatures are and their
I'm
masters.
just looking at them and the dragons and the chair, and I'm going, it's got to be elves and fairies. It just stinks of them.
Oh, how delightful.
So, let's see. You know that Fistandia was a pretty big name mage back in their day, and so was Freyot. And as far as these creatures go, a creator can only have one of these at a time. So presumably both of these creatures' creators would be alive. So.
But it also seems like they don't visit this place very often.
Yep.
Shiva's going to continue. I guess he's going to head into this room and see if there's any hints here as to how we might get out of here.
Uno will follow, but he's muttering as he goes, when I get my hands on that Atreus.
All right.
This little hallway here, is that stairs?
Yes, those are stairs that go up.
Okay. I'll check this room out first.
All right. Those of you going into M5.
We can't see the.
Yes, that's the thing. Let me
The
move
cat
the
room.
map for the stream. Give me just a second. Ooh.
Come on, Bella.
Yes, the room with the
Enough
cat.
messing around with the homunculi.
Glad you can
But
say
they're
it.
cute.
This door too is left open, and as you open it, there is a cat on the right wall, the eastern wall. The far wall of this room, however, is floor-to-ceiling bookshelves. There are bookshelves top to wall, floor-to-ceiling. More books are resting on several large scarlet armchairs and wooden tables throughout the room. There are also several paintings on the walls and a fluffy black cat curled up on one of the chairs. The cat sits up and meows a little bit and hops off the chair and kind of walks over and looks at all of you as if it's expecting something.
Yes, Fuzzball. And I take a piece of chicken and hand it to him.
Oh, make me a animal handling check then.
With advantage because of chicken. Oh, 2 10s.
Fine.
Oh, there we go.
It takes the chicken and rubs itself against your leg, just really hard. Like that was really a nice thing for you to do for the cat. And it it sticks close to you as you explore this room.
I just look around going,
Shiva's gonna have a look through the bookshelves and see if any of these books catch his eye.
Sure. How long do you want to spend here digging around this room? Long enough?
Yeah, let's say 10 minutes.
Okay.
don't sit down, they might bite.
Yeah, as you spend 10 minutes, make me a, what is it, intelligence on this one? I think it is intelligence again.
All right. Well, now that
Investigate.
it's something I know I'm going to do in advance, I'm going to use heroic effort.
Yeah, it's a
and
intelligence
I'm going to
investigation.
Roll investigation. I'm going to roll a d4, but I don't think it'll help me. That's a whole 9.
That's
Woo!
that's so close. You're so close.
Well, all of us can roll.
Yeah, as you're investigating the room, yeah.
Ooh, wow, Desmond.
There's people who are actually good at investigation.
Must have been a book on doing stonework.
No, you had help of the cat.
Ah,
The cat helped you. Kuno, you discover something, and Desmond discovers something. Bella, did you?
I was back in the kitchen. I was going to ask the homunculi if I could get a pitcher of cream.
Oh, by all means. And one just appears on the table next to them.
And
It's as big as they are.
And a couple of saucers, if it wouldn't be too much.
Oh yes, right here. And poof, they appear.
Excellent. I take the pitcher of cream and saucers, and I follow the rest of the party off into, was it M4 or whatever it was?
Right here, M5, yeah.
Yes.
M5.
All right.
And let me guess, small gray creatures emerge out of the saucers?
Nope.
Don't
As
put that evil on us.
Bella walks in, the cat looks at Bella and kind of walks over after realizing they're not going to get any more chicken from Desmond, and meows patiently up at you.
And I reach down and I set down one of the saucers and I pour some of the cream into the dish, petting the cat, asking, "Pretty cat, what is your name?"
Meow. You and your cats, Bella. Always feeding those strays back in the town.
Meow. Well, somebody has to take care of them.
They take after themselves, trust me.
I mean, presumably, they've been here alone, quote unquote, for a reasonable amount of time. So it seems like they can find food for themselves.
Yes,
Yeah,
but can they find
magpie.
cream?
Kuno just shrugs and is looking around, but seems more like he's just getting more frustrated with being trapped here.
You do see a book that catches your eye, however, Kuno. On one of the armchairs, kind of on the arm of the chair, is a thick leather-bound book with a letter I that is emblazoned in gold on its spine.
Don't mind if I do.
It's the only letter on the book is the letter I.
Well, I will open it.
It's a book here written by someone named Fistandia. It looks
That
like a
name
book
rings
of
a bell.
memoirs.
Kuno will say the name out loud, Fistandia. And as he's flipping through, he might read a few passages here and there, but
Yeah. Oh, Shiva will mention that is the name of one of the mages who presumably owns this place, as the homunculi mentioned Fistandia as one of their masters.
maybe this book is a first edition. Could fetch a pretty high price.
Yes, though I'm more interested in it maybe showing the way out of here.
Well, if you want to take a look, be my guest.
So-
Me getting up in age.
Yeah, this
a good,
book-
a good little adventure is nice to have.
I mean, I guess there's nothing that I learned from it by flipping through it.
Yeah, you read a couple passages. This is a book of memoirs, right? This particular one is recounting the story of a time when Fistandia had an audience with Mistra, the goddess of magic, and was granted a spell from Mistra called Mordenkaiten's Magnificent Mansion, and was granted the ability to create an extra-dimensional mansion of her own where she could reside and study without being interrupted by CandleKeep, and without, overstaying her 10-day.
Does it say anything about getting in and out?
It doesn't. This is just the story of her journey to meet Mistra after years and years of study and devotion to Mistra.
Kuno is, of course, just reading all this out loud in his lovely voice.
Yeah. All right. And as you're doing that, Desmond, you're kind of digging around the bookshelf as well, and you grab the bottom left-hand book on the left-hand bookcase, and you go to pull it out because it looked interesting, and it doesn't come out, but the whole bookcase shutters and then swings in, revealing a secret passageway to a staircase that leads downstairs.
Well, seems like we found something of interest.
Yeah, let's
Good,
remember this. We got some other rooms here. There were still some more doors down here we might as well look at before we get too far.
That's a good point, Desmond.
Yeah, one thing Shiva will do, because I just remembered it, he's going to head back to the kitchen and grab a knife. Presumably there are knives in the kitchen.
Yes.
He's going to go grab one for in case any more chairs show up.
All right. So just add it as a dagger.
Yes.
I won't make you use it as an improvised weapon. We'll say it's a dagger. It's a bread knife, though. Serrated edge. You have to move it back and forth. It's such a simple machine. You don't even have to use force.
I'll just kind of come out and go up, head towards the next room once the thing opens.
Well, if we come across any like anthropomorphic demonic bread, will I have advantage?
You know what? Yeah. I'll give you advantage against
Good.
bread.
Any mimic loaves?
Yes, exactly.
A mimic loaf. So are y'all going to go down the secret staircase, or are you going to go?
Yes, we are.
No, I was saying we should check out the rest of the rooms on this floor. Might as well not make sure nothing else is going to come get us before we go somewhere else.
That's fair. So Shiva will follow you then.
Yeah, I'll just keep an eye on our main room just in case as you guys go peek into the other rooms.
All right, Bella, are you going to follow or?
I'm kind of interested about this room a little bit, and after seeing the action of tugging a book and a bookcase opening up, I'm going to go around and tug on several more random books around the room.
Yet nothing happens, unfortunately. Seems like that was the only one. You do, however, catch, like as you're doing that and investigating this room, the three paintings that are hung in here. One of them is of a large green dragon emerging from a grove of pine trees. Another one is the study of a Pegasus in flight. And the third is a portrait of a unicorn in a wooded glade.
What delightful pictures. Oh, these are fantastic.
Careful what you touch, Bella.
Well, as long as I don't sit on it, it should be just fine.
I don't know.
Don't try to scratch the dragon. It might bite you.
I don't know. The other dragons were quite delightful.
Oh, this one doesn't look as delightful. This is definitely a full-sized dragon.
All right.
Is this door unlocked or open?
This door is closed. It's not locked, but it is closed all the way and latched. Unlike the other doors, this one seems like they don't want cats going in and out of.
And just out of curiosity, Bella is going to take a quick peek behind the paintings.
There's nothing there but the wall.
Perfect.
Okay. I'll open it and take a look inside, kind of standing in the doorway, even though it won't let me.
Yeah, sure. You open it up and look inside, and that room seems to be it's an interesting room. It contains a battered wooden mannequin a weapon rack that's holding staves and daggers, all lit by this indigo light that's streaming through the window on the far wall. The floor is stained and scorched, and at the far end of the room, a broom hovers, kind of sweeping in the air all by itself.
All right.
My type of room, but I don't know about that thing. I kind of move in, but stay away from the broom and look at the battered.
Mannequin?
Yeah, the battered mannequin.
Yeah, it looks like a practice dummy, like for fighting. That's what it looks like.
Yeah.
You could see stab marks and slice marks and hammer blows and whatnot. This was where somebody practiced their fighting. Not just martial skills, but magical skills as well, as you could tell by the floor, the stains and cuts and burns on the floor.
Yeah.
Are there any
You said there
weapons
was-
in this room that would be more effective than the kitchen knife?
Yeah, the weapons rack has staves and daggers.
All right, I'm going to grab a staff. And
Okay.
I'm going to cut it into 4 pieces and take a quarter staff.
All right, you have a quarterstaff.
Okay. I'm going to grab one of the staves.
Actually, you don't have to break them. There are actually, let me give you a full. If you're going to go over there, I'll give you the full description of all the weapons that are there. There are 4 daggers, 4 quarterstaffs, and 20 darts in a bandolier hanging from one of the pegs. And on the wall holds a diagram of attack and parry positions for welders of staffs and daggers.
Shiva is actually going to like scan over that diagram, but it's probably stuff he already knows.
Yeah, it's nothing special there. It's a standard training diagram.
Yeah, I see the broom sweeping away. I grab one of the quarterstaffs and just kind of poke at it. I just don't. I'm a dwarf. I don't do magical stuff. What is this? Why? How is it sweeping by itself? Trying to see if there's strings attached to it or something.
Do you poke the broomstick itself, or just
kind of go around it. Once if I don't find nothing connecting to it, I kind of poke it.
Okay, you poke it, and it pokes you back
Ouch!
twice. It's the broomstick smacks you on the head. Boom, boom. For a total of 8 bludgeoning damage.
I assume I hear the sound of a large thwap and possibly
Yes. And
a yelp of pain.
What the hell is that? And I swing back. I'm like, fine, you're gonna hit me here. Take us.
All right, and you swing back. That does not hit. It parries and dodges you quite easily. Yeah, you
It's an
hear the
attack
thwack
broom.
thwack. It's an attack broom.
Luna's rushing to the scene of the sound. He's like, told them not to touch anything.
Yes, and you see this broom has just smacked Desmond on the head, and as it does, as it's done, and he goes to poke at it, it flies away from him, using its ability flyby. It flies over 10 feet away, and not provoking an opportunity attack. I think Shiva's over here at the weapons rack.
Yeah. I poked it because I wasn't sure how it was sweeping all by itself. Then it attacked me.
The mean broom. What can we do?
You need daggers or darts?
I think I'm all set. And I take out my crossbow.
Oh,
All
I'm
right.
like, well, that I'm gonna leave the room. And if Shiva doesn't follow quickly enough, I'm just gonna close the door.
All right. Well,
A minute.
if we are leaving, then Shiva is going to leave as well.
Yeah, that's
There's
fine.
currently someone in the doorway right now. So
You
Let's
can
close
pass
the door.
through. Yeah, that's fine.
Close the door on this mean broom and
Flop, flop,
See-
pop, pop, pop.
see if there's anything in the very last room. But
You hear it thumping against the door as it's trying to get to you. Bella, what are you doing still back in the study back there? As you hear all this ruckus.
Bella is just shaking her head, going, I bet you it's another one of those wicked chairs. I want nothing to do with them. And I reach down and I start petting the cat some more.
Okay, you pet the cat some more. Okay. It was about to leave if you didn't pet it. So, all right, onward down to the next room. Then you hear the footsteps of your friends walking further down the hall. M3. Making me scroll backwards.
Oh yes.
Okay, let's agree.
I bet they expected we would be normal people and move from left to right.
Left to right.
Nope.
Yeah, that's the way it's laid out, is left to right, actually. And I sat here prepping and I was like, they're going to go right first. I know they are. They're going to go right.
And we
work
went
left.
right
And y'all went
first.
right. I chose correctly. So I was actually prepared for that.
Perfect.
This door
Let's
is
agree.
also
Let's not touch anything.
kind of open, a crack to allow what you assume is the cats
Okay.
to come and go.
Okay, I got the quarterstaff. I pushed on the door. I'm going. Anything gonna get me?
All right, you poke the door open here, and there are tall shelves filled with books line the walls of the room, and 2 shelves run through the middle of the room, leaving a 10-foot wide aisle between them. Several stacks of books piled high throughout the room, and there are small reading desks with cozy scarlet chairs in the corners.
Looking around, going, more people. All they know how to do is read.
Magic
Manual labor
users.
is how you live to a ripe old age.
Sitting on one of the writing desks is a jeweled letter opener.
Oh, you don't say, huh?
Mhm.
Shiny.
Anybody have a passive perception of 12 or higher?
Shiva does.
I do. I have 12.
The 2 of you also notice that there is a book sitting on one of the top of one of the stacks with a golden letter R on its spine.
Shiva is going to point that out and say that seems like an interesting book. And Shiva's going to briefly consider. It's like, maybe I shouldn't reach out and touch things.
Are you going to go pick up the book?
Yes.
Or Pat. Okay, so it's on that desk across the way, and as you pass through, this entire bookcase on the left side collapses onto you and anyone in the in between the bookcases, and books start flying around the room. Their pages opening. It's almost as if they've come to life. And I need both Shiva and I guess Kuno then to make me I believe it's dexterity. Yes,
Save?
it's a dexterity save. Oh, poor Shiva.
Gonna be one of those nights.
Kuno, you make it. Shiva does not. You are going to be knocked prone and
Oof.
restrained underneath the fallen shelf. Shiva.
All right, so I guess I will be over here.
Yeah, there or the next square, either one doesn't matter. The books kind of fall over and collapse. Both the bookcases kind of collapse on top of you. Desmond, you hear the clatter of the books. You see them start flying around the room. Kuno, you expertly roll out of the way. Maybe just because you're a halfling and so short, you were able to just duck a little bit and dodge the collapsing bookshelf. But now the room is full of books swarming around. In fact, it is a literal swarm of books.
Flapping around, like literally flapping.
Yeah, like their spines are open and flapping. Yes.
Upon hearing this, it piques Bella's interest and going, what fine birds have they discovered now? And she will head on down towards the ruckus.
All right, and you see the ruckus. All right.
Yeah. The this is fine meme where
Yeah, the dumpster fire and the dog, and
yeah, you just walk in with pizza and see everything on fire.
that's it. let's start with Desmond. We'll start with Desmond. The bookcases have fallen over. Kuno dodged out of the way expertly. Shiva is trapped, and the room is full of swarming books.
Take a swing at the books.
All right, you swing at the
You gotta,
books.
Just swing my battle warhammer around in my head with both hands, trying to swat stuff.
That'll hit. You hit one of the books. You swat it. All right, you knock that book, just slams shut and slides underneath the desk. And away it goes. It looks like there's only probably about 7 more of these books flying around. Let's go to Kuno.
All right.
Oh, no,
I'll
what
step
happened?
in.
I broke the stream again. Don't know
Oh,
how.
No.
It's okay. We'll be all right.
Well,
Billy always breaks it.
take out my crossbow and try to skewer some books against the wall. Oh, nasty roll.
An 11, huh?
Nasty as in terrible, awful.
Yeah, it just misses. Like, you were just half a second too late on your shot.
Kind of hard to aim at flapping books.
Yeah,
I
they're
have to
moving
imagine.
targets.
Moving.
How about Shiva?
All right. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to, remembering that in the last room, Desmond took some serious damage. I'm going to, where's the button for this? I'm going to inspiring word. I'm going to heal him for 5. And I'm going to give him rousing compliments and say, a great hit there. And I get to activate this ability. So I have combat inspiration. Whenever you cast a spell of 1st level or higher and target an ally with that spell, that ally can use their reaction to make a weapon attack against a creature of your choice within 30 feet of you. So I will grant Desmond a second an attack on my turn with his reaction on another book.
Nice. Clever use of the spell. That's great. In fact, give yourself inspiration for being able to be effective while prone and incapacitated. Like, that's awesome. Good job. Inspiration for that. Desmond, a great solid hit to another book. Boom, bludgeoning it to the far corner of the room. Indeed, it is swatted down. 6 to go. 2 down, 6 to go.
Now I'm going to use my action to try and shove this bookshelf off of me.
All right. Strength check for me, please.
Here's a strength check. Hey, let's go!
Nice. Roll me a d4 as you shove the bookcase off of you. It hits one of the books, and you see some pages fly out of one of these books that's flying around.
Excellent.
It doesn't knock it
All right.
down, but it definitely injured it.
That is Shiva's turn.
All right. We got Desmond, Kuno, Shiva.
Bella.
How about Bella?
Bella is going to look at the books and go, I bet your father was a willow, and cast vicious mockery one more time.
All right. Viciously mocking the books. Oh, this is going to go swimmingly. Yeah. No, they're
And the book replies, "No, it was an oak."
does not save. The swarm does not save.
So it looks like it takes 1 point of
One whole
damage.
psychic damage.
And as I believe there's
Yeah, I
and
think
has
it was-
disadvantage on its next attack roll.
Yes.
All right.
Something tells me when you were preparing bard lines for this, you did not think, how could I insult a book? But hey, that's why
Indeed.
we improvised.
Yes. Yes. All right. Now it's the swarm's turn, and the swarm 6 books are going to fly around the room, and the swarm is going to try to attack Desmond, because Desmond's been the one doing the most damage to the books here. Book club. How about a 12?
No go.
Oh, they swarm around you, but they look a little timid and afraid. They decide not to not to attack you after all. They fall back into a defensive book formation. Top of the round, Desmond, take your swing. Oh, nice. Solid hit. Actually, that would have been a 7 that I rolled to hit. 7 damage. Oh, you get a couple of them with this one. In fact, you get about half. No, you get 4 of the remaining. They were all bunched up as they were coming in to attack you, and you just you get 4. There's 2 of them left, kind of fluttering around. All right, Kuno.
Let's try and skewer these 2 on one crossbow bolt. Achoo! 13.
A 13 hits one of them.
14 damage.
Oh, and as it hits it and your arrow continues traveling, it pins the other one and they stick to the wall. These were thin little paperback books. And that does it for the swarm of books. There is paper everywhere, books everywhere. The dust is settling. The chaos is coming down. And
You know, this room would be a librarian's nightmare.
I'm going to grab that gym letter opener because I deserve it after all this.
okay. And
And I look at Bella and go, don't sit down. You never know.
on that
As I check this door.
on that same desk as the letter opener is that book with the R.
Yeah,
can
Shiva is
actually-
going to go have a look at that book.
Shiva already has the book, right?
Okay, so Shiva, you grab that book. That, like any of the other books, if you take time to look at them in this room, are more tomes of history. Most of the books in here are of natural science, religion, astrology, planar travel, but this one in particular is volumes of poetry.
On the one hand, Shiva is not the kind of person who would read poetry. On the other hand, Shiva knows enough about weird mages that they love to do stupid things like conceal the way to get in and out of their mansions inside rhymes. And knowing that these mages are probably the kind of people who would conceal the exit to their mansion inside rhymes, well, Shiva will first mention this to Bella, because Bella seems like the kind of person who would be interested in it. But if she's not, he's going to look at this himself.
Oh, absolutely. I'm going to take a look at this and in greater detail, starting with the outside of the book and the spine. You said there was something going on with it.
Just a
The
single
spine of-
letter R on the spine.
Just a single letter R on the spine. I look down at that and I hold it up and I think to myself and I go, letters on the side of the book. Have we seen other books that have had letters on them by any chance?
One.
Yeah, I suppose we found the I book, didn't we?
So we found the R book and the I book. Interesting. And then I'll open up the pages of the book and start reading through some of the poems and start reading a few of them aloud.
There are various poems of battles and love, just your standard bard fare.
There once was a man from Nantucket, that kind of stuff.
That kind of stuff. Yeah, limericks. It's
Got it.
very, very mythological folklore kind of stuff.
Excellent.
Yeah, you dig it.
Desmond just shakes his head and goes through the door in that wall to see what the next room is, not wanting to listen to it.
All right. You step out onto a semicircular patio paved with gray flagstones nestled against the building, lit by a swirling indigo miasma that surrounds the mansion. As you look around, it's just this swirling mass of indigo light. You can't see stars or clouds or trees or anything. It's just this strangeness.
Kind of looking around. Well, I don't think we can get home this way. And go back inside.
All right.
Just peeks in and nods and says, I don't know where we are. I've never seen anything like that.
Indeed.
And then I'll walk over to Bella and go, you want to see something interesting? A broom which sweeps all by itself, but I wouldn't poke it. It hits back.
I think we should go down the secret staircase now. I'm
Yeah.
getting a little bit tired of this place.
Before we do that, Shiva is going to take one more look at the books. Gonna start with this room because it'll be much faster. But I want to take one more look here and one more look briefly here for books whose spine has a one-word title, because that also seems like the kind of thing that mages would do.
One word or one letter?
Or one letter, rather.
No, you don't find anything else in either of those
All right.
rooms.
In that case, Shiva will head back to the room we found the secret staircase in. And
I look at him and go, we got the secret staircase going down, or we got a staircase out here going up.
Ooh.
I vote
You wanna-
secret staircase.
Secret? Okay. I grab Battle Hammer and start going down the staircase.
All right. You go down the staircase, and it leads to a hallway.
We going up or down?
Down. Yeah. So it takes you here. Yeah.
Okay.
And it leads you down to this hallway. There's a door on your left. And a door, let's see. And a door at the bottom of the stairs. Right underneath your token.
Yep. Kind of looking down the hallway, door next to me. Go down the hallway first.
All right. The door on actually would be your character's right.
Yeah.
All right. Fantastic.
So towards this big room.
Into that room.
Okay. Oh, I look at it and open the door and look in. Okay.
Yeah,
Who's gonna attack us or brooms?
You open the door here, and the smell hits you of astringent chemicals. These long wooden tables stretch across the room, laden with vials, beakers, flasks holding various liquids and powders, books stacked between the glassware and chemicals, yellowed paper charts, and blackboards cover the walls in this room. Complex formulas scribbled on all of the parchment and blackboards on the walls.
Yeah. Well, Shiva is going to say, like, this definitely seems dangerous. I would advise against touching anything. But he's also going to scan the room for books with suspiciously short titles.
Yeah.
Right on.
Just gonna look. Anybody got more brains than me which can understand any of this? I just know how to make rock walls and beat things down.
As you kind of wander through, you're searching this room. Shiva or anybody can make me an intelligence check. As you're kind of looking at everything.
Gonna go with anybody on that one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll let anybody roll this. Anybody that goes in the room. All right. Bella, Kuno.
No, that wasn't that bad.
Yeah, but not quite good enough. Kuno and Bella, you both kind of wander around this room and thinking about it. You see that there are 4 clay figures that rest on the table in the middle of the room. And they range from very rudimentary to barely humanoid to a small winged body, so lifelike it almost appears to be real, and that it's just asleep. But you see that these chemicals and the notes that you can make out all the numerous scorch marks and acid burns on the furniture seem to be like they were trying to bring something to life here, maybe? Like it's a
These
transmutation magic of some sort.
do these resemble those homunculi that we saw?
Actually, yes, they do. You can make me an Arcana check, but they do look similar to those creatures.
Okay, let's see here.
Bella, you can as well. They look similar, but you have no idea if that's what they were going for here.
I would recommend not touching them.
Yeah, at this point, I don't think I want to touch anything else.
I say it magic and it chemicals. Either gonna burn you or scar you
Shiva,
or drive you insane.
Shiva, as you're searching the room with a specific goal in mind, you find a book leaning up against a beaker that is now empty. There's this tube that goes above it and a burner under it, but the books are kind of leaning up against it. And there's a book with the letter B on its spine. And next to this book are two corked vials containing a potion matching in color.
Well, she was going to point this out to the rest of the party. It's like, I found another book that may be of interest, but it's near some apparatuses that I do not recognize.
Hmm.
Kuno,
This is a potion,
like
but I
sort of
don't
a
know what kind of
trap?
potion it is.
let's see. Yeah, Kuno and Bella, you'd be able to, with those rolls, you'd be able to tell these are the apparatuses used for the final stage of making a potion. And Kuno, you have seen this type of potion before. These seem to be potions of healing. Two of them.
Well,
Looks like a legit potion. Anyone need some healing?
we probably will in the near future. So Shiva is going to take
Yeah.
them, and he's also going to take the book.
All right.
Yeah, I'm down. I'm only down 3 right now, so I should be okay.
Well, sometimes it's better to heal when you get the chance. You never know what could happen.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We got a book. We now have Rib.
Rip.
So perhaps
Rib
perhaps the wizards of this place were just as enamored with delicacies as Desmond is.
You're making me hungry.
All right.
But now that that's done, Shiva does not want to stay in this room full of what he perceives as dangers. So he's going to head over this way.
Yep. Head up and
All right. This is a hallway. At the end of the hall is another door, and there's a door center of the hall on your character's right.
okay.
Well,
Right
let's
below
just keep
us.
going in order. So this one.
Yeah.
All right. This dark stone-walled room contains only a few objects. In the center is a 5-foot diameter circle with intricate runes covering the floor. An empty wooden book stand opposite the door, and bronze braziers on the other 3 cardinal points of the circle. Whatever material they contained has long ago burned to cinders, but the room still smells of charcoal and sulfur. Sitting
Are the runes-
next to the book stand is a warty toad.
A toad. Does it look? Are the runes carved into the stone floor or
Yes.
drawn on it?
Carved in.
Carved in. And can I recognize the type of stone being used as a?
It's the same as the rest of the mansion's been made out of.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
Mm.
Okay.
So no books here,
Yeah.
seems like, and whatever that is seems dangerous.
What are
Shiva
you?
says, as if he hasn't said that about every other room he's been in.
It's
Yeah.
just a frog.
The
Looks
not
like
the
a
frog, which
nice little toad.
which looks like a
Oh, well-
closet, but the
Yeah.
circle on the ground looks
Oh,
dangerous.
oh. Yes, it's just a
Oh, yeah.
warty toad. I mean,
Yes, the,
Hello
you
there,
used the wrong
comrade
icon there.
Toad. How are you
Yeah, I
today?
rabbit,
Ribbit, ribbit.
rabbit.
Bud.
I hear that.
Okay. I'll look at the. I mean, I ain't gonna know crap from what I see. Just looking at, see if it was well done engravings and stuff, or if it was just like quickly done into the.
Oh no, this is very intricate, well carved. Someone took their time to do this.
Yeah. Well, this is. I'm guessing by now we're guessing this is a mage's place, so it would make sense to have something. And like, okay. You got anything to say about this frog? I'm looking at that and look at the book, look at him, and then look at the bookshelf.
Yep, and as you get within 5 feet of this frog, its shape changes out of its frog shape, and it is still small. It is tiny, fiend, little spiky clawed, horned creature. It won't let me edit it. There it is.
Yeah, see what you get when you deal with mages? You get
There you go.
devil
You should be
frog.
able to see it now in your handouts.
Yeah, you get devil critters. You get devil critters when you deal with magic. See?
That's right. Show to players. There it is.
Mhm.
It's not a very pleasant looking thing. And as its shape changes, it will actually claw out at you as you scared it. You scared the terrified little frog creature, and it claws at you with its little stingy claws.
Wah.
It misses, but what do you do?
I kind of hold my hammer at it and go, try that again.
What about everybody else?
Can I throw like a tablecloth over the frog and then run out of the room?
I don't think there's a tablecloth in here.
Darn it.
The bookcases and whatnot are empty. There are the torch cages on the wall. The braziers.
I suppose since this thing seems aggressive, I'll take a shot at it with my crossbow. Chew.
Pew. Oh,
24 to
smash.
hit.
That hits.
Total of a lot of damage.
13 damage to this tiny little creature. You slay it with an arrow. It falls over dead, letting out a small whimpering sound.
I look around at everyone and say, it was coming at us. You saw it.
I reach over and pick it up by its stick and go,
It might be tasty. You don't know.
Maybe you should take it upstairs and see if they can cook it for dinner.
Even with its damage resistance, that was enough to kill it.
Good old level 1 sneak attack.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
So let's try this.
You have
I want to look closer at the bookcase. Is it completely empty? Kind of move it and see if there's.
Oh yeah, it's
anything else to it.
completely empty. Everything in here is empty. Kuno, you give yourself the nickname Kuno the Eel Demon Slayer.
Yes.
Because quaists are demons, technically.
Appropriate.
You have
I'll definitely
slain
be
a demon.
I'll definitely be
Congratulations.
describing it as being much larger.
Oh, it was a horrifying beast. And Bella can tell the tale.
Oh, indeed.
It was a
With
horrible.
horns, they were to the sky.
It was
At least 3 meters tall, I'd say.
Yeah. It's like
yes.
what you should do to is pick this thing up now that it's dead and put it in the center of the thing. Put it in the center of the circle. It's like, yes, they summoned a fearsome demon and I slew it.
Yes, that's exactly how the story's going to go, I'm sure.
Of course.
I stay far away from the little carvings and stuff. I'm like, it's magic. Stay away. Stay away.
Yes.
Nice.
Don't
As you
cross it.
move on to the next room, I guess that's pretty much everything here. All right, you move on to the next room, and this room. As you open the door, it smells of alcohol and brine. Glass vessels, large and small, stand in rows on the floor, and tables ranging from 1 foot to 6 feet tall. I'm not sure if that's the table or the glasses. It's not clear.
Yeah, so a 6 foot tall table sounds a little odd.
So does
If
a
anything
6 foot
looks
tall
like
glass.
basic
Go.
investment,
Yeah, that's true as well.
I'm
Walk in
aiming
and
the
smell and
crossbow
go,
around at everything. I'm just like, anything makes a move.
Drinks.
Inside
on
each-
me.
Well, before you drink that, let me finish reading the description. Inside each
I'm
vessel
just saying that.
is the body of a creature floating in clear liquid. 1 4 foot tall container is missing its lid and has no occupant.
Oh,
I still got the guy in my thing. I go, does he fit?
Oh, he's much too small to fit in here.
4 foot. And then I'm looking at the container going 4 foot tall. You could squish me in there.
do you want us to?
No, I'm probably
Okay.
too fat.
All right.
Probably too fat to fit in there.
Shiva
like
is
the look.
once again going to look for a mysterious book and hope that the password to get out of here is ribs. That'll be delightful.
Nope. There's no books in here, actually. It's just the bottles and tables. And as you kind of walk around looking, 4 of the containers, hands start to move in 4 of these different containers and start kind of moving to the top. They hit the lids of the jars, and you can see they're about to climb out.
Guys, let's go. Quick, close the door. Let's
All
get
right.
out of here and close
At
the
that
door.
point, Shiva is not going to say anything and is going to head towards the door.
All right. You head out the door, shut it behind you, back into the hallway, back into the staircase room.
Yeah, I don't even want to know what that was.
Yep.
And then you're back in the
Library.
library.
Well. I suppose we've got upstairs left to go.
Yep.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yep.
Maybe we'll figure out what this password is.
All right. Up the stairs you go, and in the staircase, at the top of the stairs, the space is occupied by a suit of armor holding a longsword point towards the floor. It sits upon a wooden stand in front of a large window. The armor is...
What kind of armor is it?
As you inspect it, it's clearly decorative, although the helmet and the sword are genuine items of good quality. It's
All
full
right.
plate.
Shiva is very tempted, but
Remember the
standard rules
broom.
of no touchy apply.
Yeah.
That
I
is
just look
clearly
and
a
go,
mimic
remember
arm.
the broom.
It
Yeah,
is full of
remember the
teeth on the
broom.
inside. Full of teeth.
Full of
Yes.
teeth, yes.
So Shiva is going to refrain, but it's like, darn it. Like he's reminding himself and he's going to say out loud, I was such a fool.
Do any of you have a passive perception of 13 or higher?
Shiva does, in fact.
As you're investigating this armor, you see what looks like some light coming from the ceiling boards above. And as you you kind of look at it a little more closely, it looks like there's actually a trap door there
Well,
above the armor.
sorry. Shiva does have a quarterstaff, so he's going to tell the rest of the party about this and consider poking the trapdoor with his quarterstaff. But if the party has major objections, he will reconsider. He hasn't done it yet.
Nope,
me
Cooney's just
say-
watching.
let me slide behind you. Get out of the way.
All right.
When you say trap door, are you saying trap door or trapped door?
I'm hoping the
Trap door.
former. The latter is a possibility as well. And at this point, he's going to
Okay. An attic access door.
yes.
Yeah, make me a athletic strength with your pokiness of your staff.
Yes.
Ah,
Well,
yes.
I got my 10-foot pole so I can touch the.
Yeah, you
touch the-
jam it in there and you poke it around, get a good spot, and you pry it down. And sure enough, it opens into a dimly lit attic, and dust comes shimmering down from the attic door.
All right. Well,
Let's
is there a
check-
ladder or something, or how are we supposed to get up there?
You could climb up the armor.
Yeah, that sounds incredibly safe. Shiva is going to go looking for a stool.
Or you could like lift each other up. Like
Well, let's look in this room over here and see if there's anything here. We'll get.
Yeah,
back
sure.
there.
Let's look around on this level before we check the attic. So Shiva will follow Desmond into this room.
okay.
Everyone keep an eye out for a ladder or something.
Yes.
As you walk into that room, most of this room is taken up by more long wooden tables covered with glass vessels and books. Cabinets with glass doors line the walls and contain all manner of specimens. Just below the ceiling, in the middle of the room, colorful globes circle each other in an intricate dance. The far wall is almost completely covered by a map of the night sky, with a golden sunburst in the center above a closed door. That'd be here.
Hmm.
I look at him, go, what type of mages were these?
I don't know, but this is all pretty impressive, eh, Bella?
Yeah, the cabinets
Indeed, it
are
is.
crowded with skulls and bones, mounted animals, rocks,
Are there any
minerals.
books?
Are there any books? Make me an investigate roll.
Sorry, where is my character?
I don't know.
I will use this thing again because I really need it. Yeah, that wasn't bad.
Not bad. Yeah, you do find a book here with the letter T on its spine amongst the books in the middle of the table.
All right, we have RIBT.
Ribbit.
Trib?
Ribbit.
Ribbit.
Hey, you killed the door. You killed the thing to unlock the door. The
That
frog.
would be.
Oh dear,
That would be unfortunate, wouldn't it?
Maybe that frog was just trying to tell us the password.
yes.
No, I'm sure it was coming at us.
Indeed, it was.
I'll check this door. If you guys want to check all the creepy shit,
I'm
The
not
dead should be
touching
left
That
any.
sounds like a
alone.
bad idea. And I will follow you through the door once you've opened it.
All right. You open up this door, and it opens into a dark, open space, offering a view of a starry firmament of the night sky. 5 telescopes mounted on bronze plates point towards the constellations above. In the middle of the space, a 1-foot diameter sphere of clear crystal sits in a circle brass stand.
I'll look at the thingy. Go like, is this one of those things those fortune tellers use? Not touching it, just looking at it.
Kind of looks like it.
Yeah, as you look around in the room, it almost feels like you're standing on a grassy knoll, like you're just standing out staring at a moonless night. The springiness of the floor like makes you feel that you're actually somewhere else.
Mm.
Go
I just-
around and I'll start looking at the telescopes, kind of take a peek at it.
Yeah, they're well balanced, well oiled machines. They can be spun around, tilted, whatever, but they if you try to pick one up and move it from the ground, you can't because it's firmly affixed, as is the crystal ball in the center.
Yeah. Don't want to move them. I just want to take a peek into the eye, if I can figure out which end the eyepiece is.
Yeah.
And see what I see.
Yeah, you just staring at a constellation.
Somebody likes the night sky.
I recognize some of this from my time at sea.
Does anyone know what constellations the telescopes are pointing at?
I might.
Is there any constellation whose name contains the letters RIBT?
Nope. None that you're aware of.
Going to the end of the room. Anything on this end wall or anything?
Nope.
Okay. Ew.
Let's head
that-
over this way then.
Yeah.
Bella's going to take a moment and just lay down on the floor and stare up at the sky.
Yeah, you see all the constellations. Make me a wisdom roll. You are enamored by the beauty of the sky.
Indeed, I am.
Okay.
What about me as a sailor? Do I recognize anything about
You know what?
the
As a
constellation?
sailor, you can make a wisdom roll with advantage.
16.
You notice that the snapshot of the sky you're staring at resembles the painting on the wall in the other room.
I'll relay that message to the rest of the party.
I'm not until I moved to our little tent. Until I moved to that town, all I ever looked up at was stone.
Well, maybe there's some connection, but I don't quite know what to make of it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there were some paintings downstairs. There was one of a green dragon, one of a Pegasus, and one of a unicorn as well.
I'll tell you what.
Constellations.
Yeah, if anybody wants to make a wisdom roll after that knowledge is given, go for it. Bella, that's a crit, so even though it's a 19, it's still a crit with a -1.
Mine's one.
Something snaps as you're laying there staring at it. You get up and you run back and you look in the other room and you look at the painting and you notice that on this painting there are 5 bright stars that are each a part of a different constellation. And you run back in and you look at the sky and you see those same 5 bright stars in the sky.
Interesting. I relay this this revelation, this discovery, particularly to Kuno to see if it has any meaning to anybody.
Huh. Good eye, Bella.
What are
Even a
the
blind
names of
squirrel
those
gets
5
lucky once in
stars?
a while.
Oh, wait, what's that, Shiva?
What are the names of those 5 stars?
They're not named on the map.
Is there, I mean, presumably there will be a book of all the stars in the library over here.
Nope.
So
Those are just shelves and cabinets. That's not bookshelves. They're shelves of animal bones, skulls, that sort of thing.
charming.
There are 5 telescopes in the other room, however.
Yeah. Shiva is going to look into one of them and see whether it points at one of those stars or not.
It doesn't. It can
Maybe
be moved.
we should try
though.
and point them at the stars.
Yeah. What? So Shiva is going to point it at one of the stars from that constellation.
Okay. It's
And then
it's
he's going to
beautiful.
repeat the process with the other 4.
All right. And on the last one, light, you can tell as you step away, is shining through the eyepiece of each telescope. And suddenly it converges on the crystal ball, which acts as a magnifying glass and shoots a beam of light against this wall, revealing a secret doorway.
Whoa.
That was a cool trick.
Well, Shiva will head through the secret doorway.
Yeah, and as you
Good job, Bella. I'm glad that
Yes.
you noticed those stars.
Excellently done.
indeed expertly done, this room is bare except for one bookcase. It's covered in chains against the wall, a plain wooden bench, and a reading desk built into the shelves. A book with the bust of a mage on its cover sits on the desk.
Well, Shiva's
Does it
going
have
to
a
check
letter
its
on it?
spine.
Does not have a letter on it.
Mm.
Wait, yes it does. I'm sorry. Yes it does. It's an L. The letter L.
RILP or P and T.
RIBTL. Mm.
All right.
And welcome to tonight's D&D Wordle.
The three shelves are filled with books bound in iron covers, which are attached to the chains that secure them to the shelves. The reading desk is used to support all of those chained books.
Anything special about the books? Anything with the titles and stuff?
The letter L on the
Looking-
one.
All the any the others have anything
Um,
of importance?
you can't tell from where you are. You'd have to actually go and pull one off the shelf. You can't tell just by looking because they're all in rows and iron bound.
Yeah.
Well, this seems pretty important.
Yeah. I don't really I'm not gonna try to open one. I just want to kind of slide it out slowly and look at the cover.
Okay. And as you approach and you grab it,
Slowly and carefully, making sure I don't open it.
another book flies off of the shelf and swings at you at the end of its chain. Does a 12 hit?
Nope.
Narrowly missing you, as if it was a flail.
Is that how it is?
You drop the book, I guess.
Yeah.
All right. The rest of you see this book fly off and swing right at Desmond, trying to attack him. Her. Them.
Him.
Him.
We're right the first time. All right.
They
Well,
take a not just natural. You gonna try to hit me? Well, here you go.
A 12 does not hit with your hammer. It is it's a little harder than that. Anybody else doing anything?
mm,
I'm not going to go in the room.
yeah. Shiva is going to like ready his quarterstaff, and I'm going to take the ready action, and I'm going to ready an attack against a book if it swings out and attacks us.
All right. Are
Yeah,
you?
Kuna's thinking that we should back out now that we've found that one book with the spine.
This might be a good fight.
Do you take that book with you?
Kuna's backing out, but he sees that I think Shiva picked it up, right?
Yes.
Okay,
I
you
will
did pick
grab
it up.
the-
I didn't. I didn't
I
know
will
if you
grab
picked
the
it up.
L book.
All right, so a book flies off as you approach and grab the L book or the whatever book it was. It another book flies off the bookshelf and swings to hit you. Ooh, that's an 18.
Well,
You have a
I'm not
readied
wearing my
attack.
armor.
You have a readied.
Yeah, so I'm going
Reaction.
to. All right, so here's what I'm going to do. Can I use my action and shove and like swat it out of the way?
As a reaction.
Yes, instead of my attack.
Yeah, the DC will be an 18.
All right. That's not good enough.
You got an
unfortunately.
inspiration.
Remind me how that works.
For me, I use inspirational different than other folks. I will I give you a D6. Yeah, I use a D6.
All right. Well, I am going to use inspiration and see if I can save myself from a marauding volume. That's a 19.
It's a 19. So yeah, you parry it with your staff, stopping it just before it impacts you. It does grab your staff and pull it out of your hand, however. But you have the book and you can make a break for it.
That is what I'm going to do, yes.
All right. But you do not have your quarterstaff anymore.
Yes. I'm going to head back into the room with the... Oh, right. The broom. Right. Well, I do still have my kitchen knife.
All right.
There's a sword in the hallway.
All right. You head back in. You have the next book. And...
I'm still in the room.
All right.
The old man's like, ooh, this could be a good fight.
Remind me what books you all have, real quick.
We have RIBTL.
RIBTL. Okay. Ribbity.
Seeing that Shiva has lost her his longsword or his quarterstaff, I'm going to hand over a longsword that I've been schlepping around.
Oh, you're still in there?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I was saying. I was saying he's going like, ooh, this could be a good fight. I haven't had a good fight in a while.
Okay. So
He's an old man.
Bella gives over a longsword?
Yeah, I will take a longsword.
Fantastic. All right, Desmond, take your swing then if you want to try to hit this thing again. A 19 connects with it.
Yeah. I've changed my weapon attack on Roll20 so many times this session.
Nice.
I had it all
right.
perfectly set up for my spear. That didn't last long.
Let me I forgot to move this thing to the layer so y'all can see this gigantic bookcase.
What is it? +2 for rage also? However you get it to show up.
He's very angry at literature. It's like, ah!
Are you gonna rage? Are you rage before you attack? Just let me know that you're raging before you attack.
He did.
Okay.
Oh, did he? Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah,
then
then
the last thing.
Did it not click? You should be able to click your rage also, and then it should add your rage damage to it.
Oh, okay. I didn't know.
Yeah.
I think it's
so if you click rage, it should automatically. There you go.
okay.
Yes.
Now I got it clicked on.
There you go. Cool. All right. So 7 bludgeoning damages. Your hammer rings out against one of these iron books. The title flashes before your eyes. History of Astronomy. That's what it says. And y'all hear this great ringing sound as Desmond is in there fighting this library.
Well, in that case, Shiva is going to run back in. He's going to, and I'm going to add a new. I'm going to add a new book to this, The History of Walloping. And if Desmond is going to stand and fight, then Shiva is at least going to back him up.
All right. Go ahead. You run in and take a swing after having gotten a weapon from Bella.
Yes. Yeah, that's not great.
A swing and a miss. The chains are pretty strong. How about Kuno and Bella? What are y'all doing?
Gonna give Bella a look and say, I guess we're shooting more books. And charges in, crossbow out to take a shot.
Okay.
And goes pew. 24 to hit.
24 hits.
12 damage.
12 damage. That's how you do it, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Yeah, you knock a couple of the books off. This one says Celestial Bodies. Flashes as it gets lost in the...
I'll step aside after I shoot to let Bella inside.
All right, Bella.
I'll step up and look at the bookcase and and shout, "The sword is mightier than the pen," with another round of vicious mockery.
All right. Let's go, bookcase. You should have a better wisdom than that. You're a bookcase filled with knowledge. Should have better than a 5 wisdom. All right, that's a pretty wise bookcase. That's what I'm talking about. This thing has a 5 wisdom.
Maybe
And
it's
then I'll
more,
step out of the way.
it's more intelligent than it is street smart.
No, it's not. No,
Oh.
it is not. It has a 1 intelligence.
It didn't read its own books.
Apparently
All
not.
That's everybody, right?
Yeah.
This round. All right. Shiva, being the last one that attacked, a book flies out to hit you.
Thankfully,
missing.
a 6 does not hit me. I'm able
Yes.
to parry it with my longsword.
Missing. Yeah. It also has the the quarterstaff in one of the chains. It's flailing around. So, but that's going to be.
Watch out. Quarterstaff.
All right. Next up, then Desmond.
14.
14 hits it. 15 damage. Wow, you break some more books loose. Nice job.
We're
All right.
releasing the books
Shiva.
from their capture. And Desmond. Or not Desmond. That's me.
Shiva.
Shiva.
All right. Well, I'm going to take another swing with this longsword. Hey, that looks pretty good.
That's a solid hit. Yes, indeed.
Ignore the 6, but that's 7 slashing damage.
7 slashing damage. Why is this thing's resistant to slashing damage? It is not. Okay.
And Shiva is also going to take a step back at this point because he is. Desmond at least has armor, whereas he does not. So he does not want to have books fly at him.
Stab. Move away. Stab. Move away. Who knows?
That's the plan.
I'll take a shot after I step into the doorway. 2.
20 hits.
13 again.
And with that arrow hitting what must have been just center mass on the bookshelf, the chains explode, freeing the books. And what is left behind as this bookcase is released from its imprisonment is somewhat of a treasure trove of books. This is some of the most treasured knowledge. Apparently, there are rare tomes of sciences and arcana, alchemy, planar lore, and also books on summoning fantastic creatures, dragons, unicorns, Pegasus. And now that you have destroyed the chains, they're free for the taking.
Wow.
Shiva's going to look for a book called How to Get Out of Creepy Castles.
This is quite a collection if I know anything about books.
It is.
I ain't got a clue. They're tough. That's about it.
Make me a Arcana check, actually, Kuno. They're books. And they're magical, and this was some kind of a magical bookcase that was protecting them.
Well, that's all I need to know. I'll take them.
All right.
Kuno is definitely annoyed enough at this strange mansion that he's not leaving without some sort of prize.
Bella
Yeah,
and
we might as
Shiva
well
can
take the
also
books.
make those Arcana rolls if you'd like, just to
All right.
see if you can
I'm
put it
going
together.
to- once again, I really, really need all the help I can get. Yep, I have no idea.
That's a book?
Zero
I had no
clue.
idea it was even a book.
Yes.
What's a book?
Come on, Bella.
I'm sure in one of these books, we'll find the knowledge we need to save our town.
And
Yeah.
the rest of them we can sell, hopefully, to, we are presumably in the middle of a town where people trade books for money.
Yeah.
All
We're in
right.
a library, or we were. We
Yes.
can never get the door to open.
We never get the door to open. Exactly.
All right. Back
Let's
across the
continue our search.
laboratory through the
As we
staircase.
go through this room again, I want to search it real good and see if I see any more books anywhere.
Nope.
Nothing. Okay.
Starting to get sick of books, Kuno says as he's lugging this
Yeah.
huge backpack full of books now.
You look like a student now.
Yeah.
Yes.
Great.
Okay.
If you need some help carrying some of those books, I'll take a couple off of your hands.
Oh, that's
All right.
nice.
Into
I'll
this
share.
room, each corner of this room, this is a pleasant parlor. Each corner of this parlor has a scarlet armchair and a reading table piled high with books. A cheery fire burns in the fireplace, and a pair of swords sit in a rack above the fireplace as well. The heads of various animals are mounted to the walls, a plush carpet. This is definitely a trophy room of some sorts.
Do not touch or look at anything that seems like it could attack. That includes swords or animal faces.
All right. Shiva is still going to look for suspicious books, though.
Yeah. I'll
Yeah.
start in this corner.
So whoever's looking around, make an investigation roll.
Oh, apparently this is the one roll I can get lucky on.
All right, so Bella's taking it all in.
Oh, I'll look as well.
Okay. Yeah, about the same time, the three of you kind of bump into each other as you've been staring around this room, and you all see it a book with the letter Y on its spine.
Riblety. Yirilipi. Kuno's trying to figure out the word, but
EIR.
All right. There are no other doors out of this. Sorry, stream. I left you off the map. We're over here now. There are no other doors out of this room.
Okay. Keep searching around the room and looking at the other books, see if there's anything interesting, which might be helpful.
Most of these books are heroic fiction or poetry meant for entertainment. Bella might be interested in some of the stories. The trophy heads are a stag, a wolf, a periton, a hellhound, a black dragon wormling, and are all purely decorative. You can tell that
Kinda
they are
poke the wolf.
taxidermied.
Yeah, I poke the wolf, go, how dare them?
Yep.
Bella grabbed the book on
Faintly
poetry.
nitpick.
Yeah, there's
Then
several
walk
of
over.
them. So yeah.
Then walk over and look at the two swords.
And
Yeah, Shiva is going to look around to the rest of the party. He's like, I think I have an idea of what this word might be.
and
But
as
let's go
you
check one more room to be sure.
as Bella picks up the books on poetry, and you pick up that last book that you found with the Y on it, the Desmond, you're walking across towards the mantle place with the swords above it on the sword rack, and they lunge off the wall, flying through the air.
Why?
Oh, that's a 15 with a longsword attack.
Miss?
That's a miss.
what is this, a paper cut?
Yes. The swords come flying off the wall at Desmond, who's approaching them. One of them also turns towards Bella. Ooh, that's a critical failure. It lunges itself into the head of the of one of the stag on the wall, we'll say, and is lodged there.
I'm going to swing at the one, and I still got my rage going.
All right, that does hit. Wow, that's a hit. 10 damage. Okay, it clatters away, but it's still flying around.
Yeah, come
Anybody else going to do anything to this sword?
Well, my attack is a longsword. It is a longsword. I'm gonna hit
A
the sword
duel.
with my sword. Yeah.
You
That's a 14,
swing
but
wildly,
it's a-
but it flies backwards away from you, narrowly escaping your lunging throw. How about
All right.
Bella?
Oh, Bella's going
I'm
to
also gonna fall back here.
Bella's going to lash out some more of that delicious, vicious mockery on the sword, and see what happens. So that's another.
Oh, did not save, so that's what, 2 psychic damage?
2 psychic damage plus disadvantage on the next attack roll.
Okay. Well, it's gonna go ahead then, unless Kuno's gonna do anything.
I'll take a shot. Why not?
Flying
And
sword.
Chew.
Oh, you hit the
23.
flying sword with 13
13.
damage. Holy crap. Yes, that's enough to knock this sword to the ground, and it lays lifeless on the floor.
I'm good at disarming shots.
Yes. Bella's going to have
Anyone-
quite the story to tell about this.
Indeed.
Yeah. I wonder if
one
anyone will
stuck in-
believe it.
What about the one stuck in the wall?
As this one, it's no longer
Doing
animated.
anything?
All right. Well,
You need a couple more
with that done,
swords.
Shiva's gonna open this door.
Shiva opens that door, and you walk into that room, Shiva, and it's a bedroom, obviously. The door is actually open just a little bit, and there's a cat inside.
All right.
There's an open, airy bedroom.
I press my body against this back wall to avoid the cat. It's like, oh gosh, no, a terrifying creature in disguise.
Bella goes up to the cat with her pitcher of cream and saucer and pours a little, a healthy saucer of cream and starts petting the cat.
Yeah, as you walk in, the cat jumps down from the chair that it's in and stretches, and then it walks over and licks up the cream, meows at you, rubs your leg, and follows you around.
Excellent.
Make me a animal handling check for feeding that cat.
Ow.
Two.
Okay,
Wah, wah.
you feed the cat.
I feed the cat.
Yeah.
Shiva is going to check for books.
All right, make an investigation roll.
I mean, there's one shelf. Can I check for? Do I need to? All right, here we
Yeah,
go.
you see. Yeah, it
Well,
wasn't going to be hard to find. There is a book with a letter E on its
I
spine,
knew it.
sitting
got it.
here on the chest of drawers next to the bed. A door leads out of this bedroom onto what appears to be a balcony.
Does the
Yeah.
bed look like it's been used recently?
No. The canopied bed is rich, has rich scarlet curtains, occupies one corner, a jug and a wash basin at the top of this chest of drawers, a fluffy black cat, large painting
Shiva-
in the room of a gold dragon perched heroically on a mountaintop.
Yeah. Shiva's going to say to the rest of the party, I think I got it. I want to try the door.
What do you figure
What do you
out?
think it is?
Well, what we found so far, RIBTLYE. Can you think of what word that might be?
Not really.
So you've
How-
got all these
How
books
about
laid out on the floor.
LIBERTY? That sounds like a word that might get us out of here.
Liberty. Huh. Worth a try.
Ah. Did you want to check the attic?
I mean, part of me does. The other part of me is worried about getting myself killed.
You're the smallest and lightest. You're the easiest to lift.
You mean me?
Who knows?
Oh,
That?
you.
Like, Kuno is a
half-elf.
halfling. So, I
Yeah,
mean, I'm willing to
halfling
lift Kuno
versus-
into the attic if he so desires. But
I'll take a quick look.
All right, yeah. On your way back through, you They lift you
lift
up
Kuno into the attic.
into the attic. You look around. There's actually nothing in the attic. It's just layers of dust and cobwebs, and there's nothing up there.
Nothing worth our time. Kuno.
I'm gonna
pops
head back down. I'm gonna head to this door, and I'm gonna try saying liberty to the door.
All right. You get down there. Do you wait for everybody?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Couple of the cats come out as well to watch you. Stand around. The fairy dragons hover at the end of the hallway. And the homunculi, however you say that damn word, Coriander and Cumin come out as well in the hallway. And they're all standing there. They're waving at you and whatnot. And you say the word liberty. And the wall shimmers and the doors appear.
All right. I'm going to immediately, well, not immediately. I'm going to look to the rest of the party and sort of nod. And it's like, let's go. Let's get out of here. And I'm going to, assuming the rest of the party is right behind me, I'm going to start walking through this door.
Yes. As you open the door, a pulse of power ripples through the mansion, and the double doors swing open, and you step through back into CandleKeep, back into the room. And when you get back into the room, let me find what happens. Hold on. I don't think I had that one open yet. Sorry. There it is. When you enter back into the study room in the CandleKeep, you see Matreus's body sprawled out on the floor. The imp figurine that he was holding, the little statue that he was holding, is no longer in his hand. Everything that you took from the mansion is still with you. You do a quick check, like, did it all make it? Because you remember the book disappeared when you went into the mansion. It's all there. Everything is there.
Got
Well, I'm going to run up to Matreus and take his pulse.
I was
going to run up to him and kick him in the stomach.
All right. I'm going to go to the rest of the party. It's like, well, we need to go talk to them about this. This is
interesting.
Yeah, something has clearly gone wrong.
Yeah.
Clearly, this Matreus person tried to imprison us in a weird, mysterious mansion.
Some might even say Matreus betrayed us.
I should have seen it coming.
Exactly.
Yes, you should have. Do you all leave the room then and head back to get the avowed?
After one more kick to Matreus, like, buddy.
But yeah,
Magic.
we're going to head back to the person and we're going to try and... Yeah.
I'm going, if he was supposed to be a sage and magic user, why couldn't he find the books to get himself out instead of trapping us in there?
Who knows
Also, why
why?
did he die? This is the thing I'm not understanding.
Who knows why magicians do what they do?
Yeah.
I mean, okay.
Although this brings us no
he says
closer
he asked
to
why he died. I walk back over to him and I roll him over. Do I see any sword holes or anything? Why he's dead?
Do me a. Do you have a medicine? Do you have medicine or?
No.
Shiva does, so Shiva can.
Yeah, you can make a medicine roll. I'll let you.
12.
With a 12, all of you kind of looking over his body. It looks like there is a single impact right between his eyes on his forehead. There's a hole there.
Oh no, he got shot.
No, it doesn't look like that. Anybody that knows anything about animals, though, that could give a look and see maybe with
Well,
a...
after seeing that little guy downstairs and the way he looked.
With the homunculi?
No, the quasite with his little horns.
Oh, the
and
quace?
stuff like that. Oh, yeah, the quace. Kind of looking at it and going,
No, you don't think so. It's not. It's
Like thinking maybe something like a, or we saw the figurine of the imp also, right? Which he had in his hand originally.
Mm-hmm. You didn't
Oh,
take
he
a good
could
look
have-
at it, but you saw he had a
Could have
little
been-
statue of something in his hand.
Yeah. I'm
Seems
just
like he could have
wondering
been
if-
stabbed by a rapier, but I don't know if anyone could make a stab this clean.
Like I don't have animal handling or anything, but thinking of it like a claw poke or
Um,
a spike.
Trying to think. Maybe a religion roll might tell you something, or a claw roll. Claw
A
roll.
19.
Desmond, with a 19, you, after they point out the hole and you kind of investigate it, and you see this isn't just a normal like stab or something. This was done by something with a spike on the end of its tail. This was done by something pretty nasty. It was one hit, done.
Yeah.
And with
I
that
heard of
realization,
I heard of weird things happening in the war with these undead and demons.
everybody make me a perception roll, please. Where did we start that? 11, 15, 11. All right. Desmond, you look up and you see sitting in the far corner a rat just staring at you all. What you notice, though, its eyes they don't reflect light the way a normal rat's does.
Mm-hmm.
Desmond, you coming? Time to get out of here.
Yeah, because that's a weird rat. Its eyes aren't reflecting, like
Yeah.
hollow.
Gross.
Rats aren't bad. They clean up the garbage.
Yes, but we also did just get attacked by a demon disguised as a toad.
Yeah. I say we try to
So
slide on
Shiva
out
is
of
going to he's going to look right outside this room and see, are there any like officials or monks or anything? Is there somebody who could go to and try and get help?
You remember not far away there was a desk where you could.
All right.
Yeah,
Shiva is going to like not run, but like he's going to move quickly because he's really freaking out, and he's like, and he's going to run up to the desk and hope
if
the party
everybody
follows.
goes out of the room, I'll close the door and just kind of stand there and wait at the
Yeah.
door.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll just aim my crossbow at the rat in case it makes a move.
Yeah.
From
Okay.
in the
Bella
room
will
or
step
outside
out
of
of
the
the
room.
Bella's out.
I'm outside. I'm like, I want to close the door if you're not going to stand there.
All right. Shiva runs down to the desk, or walks briskly, whichever.
He's basically running. He's kind of in a panic right now.
Yep. And you get to the desk down there, and one of the monks looks up. Oh, my child, with the hurry, is something wrong?
Matreus is dead.
Excuse me, good sir, come again.
Matreus is dead. We found the body in the room he was supposed to be researching.
And with that, he pauses for a moment. You see his lips move, and within about a second, maybe two, there are 4 well-armed guards that appear right outside Matreus's door. And
Whoa. What are you?
they say, stand aside.
All right, I will do so, but I will warn them about the rat we saw, the fact that it doesn't look normal, and that he seems to have been killed by a single puncture wound. But after that, he will absolutely stand aside.
So, and those that are in front of the doorway, that you can tell they are wearing the vestments of the CandleKeep guard. and they're asking you to stand aside of the door.
Gonna just
Yes,
shrugs
sir.
and
And I
says,
step back.
"Have at it."
And they open the door cautiously and step in and close it behind them. You hear fighting inside. Vicious fighting.
What the hell?
It sounds unearthly.
Kind of look at him and go, do we go in or do we wait?
We wait.
They told us to stand aside.
Yes.
You hear
Do we
we
get more
back,
guards?
we back in their world. It's their problem.
Yes, you hear a thump or two. Eventually, it goes quiet inside.
I'll wait a few beats to see if anyone leaves.
There's nothing, no sound from the inside. You hear footsteps running behind you, kind of coming down the hall.
All right.
What do you do?
I just stand aside with my hands up. Like
yeah.
I didn't do
If-
anything.
If Shiva sees any officials, he's going to tell them exactly what's going on, which is, Matreus was murdered. The guards told us to stand aside, so that's what we're doing, and they're in there fighting something nasty.
All right. The next guards that show up, they open the door. They just fling it open, just wide open, without regard, and the room is completely empty. Matreus's body, the 4 guards, the rat, everything is gone.
Holy hell.
And I think we'll call game on that. We'll debrief. The party will debrief after. What a story. What a story. Congratulations. You have all that treasure. Keep it with your characters. We'll split it up. And
We survived.
you survived.
Woohoo!
The
We
joy
managed
of.
to get us a mini library out.
Yes.
Yes. I'm going to guess you don't tell the CandleKeep folks about the books and whatnot that you found. You're going to keep those for your private collection, right?
Well, they
I
weren't
mean-
technically in the library, were they? They were
No.
in
Yeah, like we're in CandleKeep. Shiva is perfectly willing to donate them, but Shiva would like to know what the hell just happened.
Yes. They would like for you to stay for a few days anyway, because they want to know,
All right.
they want to talk to each of you, et cetera,
Yeah,
and get the whole
and-
story down. And
Yeah,
eventually
Shiva
you
be
will learn
perfectly
what
happy
happened.
to tell them exactly what happened.
And throughout the course of the next few days, you learn that apparently the little statuette that Matreus had carried back with him was actually an imp that had been trapped by Fistandia in the mansion as this figurine, but when it left the mansion through the portal, it was no longer bound by Fistandia's magic. Thereby, it transmuted back into its normal self, slayed Matreus, and waited. It laid in wait for the next to come, and until it could kill enough and gain enough strength to where it could itself leave. And it
So you're
took
telling me
all the
that like
bodies
4
with it.
well-trained guards couldn't beat an imp?
Apparently
Shiva
not.
is not going to say that, but he is going to think it.
Yeah, apparently not. This thing must have been pretty powerful little devil.
Yeah,
So now there's a
Well, it's
reward
good
out
thing we
for it.
left
So.
it.
Yes.
yeah. But this does not bring us closer to our goal.
Who knows?
Mhm.
Perhaps the sages here in Candlekeep can help you with that. We know that you came seeking a cure for your town from Matreus. Perhaps if you tell us about the blight, we can ourselves find a cure for your town. And so I'm sure you all will explain what's going on.
Yeah. And Shiva,
Do we have-
presumably we split the books. Shiva is willing to offer the books that he got, which he says were from the the mansion that he talks about in his testimony, in exchange for helping find the cure. Like, these are of no value to me, but presumably you would want them.
Yeah, which books? Like the Liberty books, maybe?
I mean, like those, as well as his share of the books they found in the bookshelf that attacked them.
Okay.
Yeah, that's up to the one which took them, if he shares them with us or not.
Yeah, I never said anything about sharing, so maybe we
that's
can
fair.
delay that discussion until another time.
Yes,
Yes.
that is very true.
All right. But yeah,
though
they
I imagine it
will.
would be reasonably difficult for you to hide all those books.
Yep, I just stuffed my bag full of them.
Yeah. It's a heavy bag now for a halfling to carry, but you're carrying it.
I offered
Yeah,
some help.
I'm sure that they will.
Yeah.
They'll accept any donation at this point, especially after what you went through. To
Do
to
we
help.
tell them about how to get into the place
Yes,
and out?
Shiva will do that. Yes.
yeah, okay, because
You know,
presumably
there's
they'll want to
tons
go
of
and
books in there.
they'll want to go and
Yeah.
search that mansion. So
And
yeah,
Shiva now wants to go take a rest because he is still covered in blood.
yes, they do give you a cure after a few days of resting and testimony. They manage to find a cure for your town and send you home triumphant.
Shiva will
Nice.
thank them very much and head back, hoping to cure this down.
And with a small library of very valuable books.
Yes, indeed.
And also a letter opener, which I stole.
That's correct.
And Bella warms up her bagpipes to play a mighty song as we close out the campaign.
Triumphant
Fantastic.
dirge.
Fantabulous indeed. Great job, everyone. I hope you enjoyed
we made it.
this
Let's
episode
go.
of Candlekeep Mysteries. It was a fun one. I really enjoyed running it. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, like what I consider to be like almost full puzzle sessions are really hit or miss. I find, but this was really good.
Yeah, this was excellent. Had a great time.
Yeah,
Yes.
thanks everyone.
Puzzle
Yeah.
ones can be real tricky. In this one, they did a great job
Yes.
with
Also,
putting
that
together.
chair was vicious.
That chair was worse than the imp, man.
The chair was the scariest part of the whole thing.
Yeah,
It
don't
really
mess with
was.
the chairs.
Don't
The
mess
mimic
with the
butt
chairs.
biting chair. Come on.
Don't mess with the
But-
chairs.
That's about right for our streams, for a chair to attack you.
That is fair.
Yep. Yes, it is. So, oh goodness, so much fun with the Candlekeep mysteries. We'll keep these in our hip pocket for one shots off and on. So save those characters, and maybe we'll play another one soon. We are the United Adventure Company here on YouTube exclusively now, no longer on Twitch. So make sure you support us over on Patreon, just like Nathan, Aaron, Two Wolf Design, and Richard, all the way from across the ocean. Richard is supporting us. So if they can do it, you can too. Just join our Patreon, join our Discord, check out our website, unitedadventurecompany.com, where you can get all the links to our merch, our Patreon, our Discord, and all the other fun stuff that we do. Until next time, folks, we're the
Stay
United
off of
Adventure
our
Company.
chairs.
Don't sit in our chairs. I like that one. That's a good one. Good night, everybody.
Nay.